It's weird.
Where are you going with this, Alex?
But it's not okay to cry at the end of Mario when you clapping?
Mario.
It's an old joke from Jack. You don't worry about it. You don't watch the podcast. Don't worry.
I do.
BG watches the podcast.
That's podcast.
BG watches
I
the
was there
podcast.
last week.
Yeah, you already know BG watches the podcast. We don't got even front about that, bro. That nigga watches the podcast.
Did he watch last week?
I don't know, bro. I've never pretended like I don't watch it. I don't know.
That's good. That's good, man. You already know the vibes. You know, we know where you got your little Patreon scroll from. You know, you already know the vibes.
Not really. I've been had that idea. Yeah, I just got to it. What else I'm gonna do when I'm playing video games? I need something to listen to. I'm not listening to this corny old music y'all think is so important.
My god, we definitely gonna talk about that too, man. Because we need to pull up on you on that one.
But the music, like, man, I will listen. I will play games on mute and listen to a podcast. That's exactly what I do.
You're a weirdo, that's why, bro. But you're a strange
You're
fellow,
fucking
bro.
weird. Yeah, 100%.
You're weird, bro.
You're absolutely weird.
What are you talking about? Music and games?
If it's not a story-driven game and there's no cutscenes on, I will absolutely just listen to a podcast.
You're
Oh,
too
hell
used to
no,
the
I can't
Sony
do that.
temple.
I don't like
Like
no
playing-
outside distractions. That's why I don't
Like,
be
I'm
in the
playing-
Discord and shit.
I'm playing Neo right now, bro. I've been listening to podcasts all day. I don't need
You
to
must
listen
be
to this
farming.
audio.
You must be farming.
No, I'm just playing the game,
Disgusting.
How you paying attention to the story?
bro. Most of Neo's games, there's no story.
You
It's
see,
just
you
like,
see here I'm gonna back
there's
BG
a
up a
story
little
in
bit.
this,
Missing little
I'm
details.
gonna
There's a
back
story in
BG
Neo.
here up a little bit, yo. That story, Neo, no one care about that stuff. No one care about that.
Nah, that's a good story right there. Nah, that's a
come
good
on,
story
stop
right
this,
there.
bro. Stop this, dog.
That's a
It's
good
not
story.
it's not really a story like that.
You see,
Is it
I
good?
I
It's
feel
still
like
good to
these.
read the information and shit like
I
that.
feel like these
to
games have really
understand
good
the
lore. Yeah, the lore is really good, but let's keep it a buck. With these style of games, man, it's all about the gameplay. That's like gameplay just runs the whole show here. In a game like Neo, even Bloodborne and stuff. Even though there's cool lore that you could get into if you really want to, but so I'm with BG on that one still. I'm a side with him with that one. But yo, we live now, man. We only a little bit late.
Thank you for telling me because I'm not wearing pants and I almost stood up.
The fuck? This ain't off the record, my guy.
Listen, just trying to make it happen for the people.
Yo, so
What happened?
we're
They
not
want me
gonna
to make an OnlyFans.
You trying to make it rain tonight?
Yo, I just want to put it out there that we haven't forgot what Jack said. That what's that man's name? Xavier Woods. Is his name Xavier Woods? We're not
Xavier
gonna
Woods.
let this man live. That this man said Xavier Woods is double cheeked up. And
He
he
is.
doesn't.
You talking about Big?
Wow.
No, you talking about Big E. Big E.
Big E is double
Oh,
cheeked
Big
up.
E. Oh yeah, that's what he said. That's what he
Yes,
said.
sir.
He
Yes,
said
sir.
Big E.
Big E is double cheeked up
you a
on a
weirdo for
Tuesday
that, Jack.
afternoon.
I think you got a fat ass. It's disturbing. Just put on pants, bro. Like, what is wrong with you? I don't know.
He said nigga got a fat ass. Oh,
He do. Listen.
Big
yo,
weirdo hours.
It ain't my
Big
fault, dog.
weirdo hours, bro.
Hold on, let me pull it up for it. Wait.
Off the
Listen,
record,
my
was
man.
that-
Hold up. Listen to this. Look at this, Jack. Kofi, put this on the
You need to
podcast
put
for people
on
to see.
pants, yo.
Yo, off the record was crazy. I don't know
My
about
man,
putting out on
my
this.
man can do splits.
Okay, I ain't expect to see that picture. What the hell?
hell no.
That's what happens when you got no games to play. Start looking at men.
Yo. Yeah,
Put that on
shout
for the
out-
people.
Shout out to all the Patreons and make sure you check out Off the Record episode 42. Was a really
You
really
will
funny one.
enjoy
Definitely-
it. Money
definitely a
back
classic one.
guaranteed.
That's facts.
Go.
Money back guaranteed.
Jack said,
There,
yo.
no, the check has been cashed. No,
See?
Push, I see that's my dog. But pull, you know I'm really shasty.
All right, so I think we're pretty much ready to go. We set. We back. Another week, another
Shit, we
podcast.
good.
Make sure you guys share. I didn't even share out the stream, man. Make sure you share out the
Wow.
pod. You know what I mean? We live. Let the people know. Hit the like button. We really do appreciate it. We back, man. Press Our Podcast, episode 183. Cut the check. You know what I mean? Cut the check. I thought that was a fitting
check.
title for today. After that
Yes, sir.
big power move by the Epic Game Store, but we definitely gonna discuss. We definitely gonna discuss that later on today. But before we get started, I just want to welcome all the first time listen. Yo, god damn, nigga! Yo, let me, I gotta put.
Why y'all feel like this?
Hold
Come on, man.
Let me hold on. Let me
Jack,
post a
you're,
Jack. Let me post a Jack.
Yo,
You're giving me the vapors over here, buddy.
I'm just saying, man.
Hold
y'all-
on.
y'all
Let
villainize
me put this up. Let me post.
extra
Y'all not
down
finna
on a
villainize me,
Thursday,
man.
Hold on. Let me post this. Let me post this shit. Yeah.
Just post
Hold
that
on.
in for the Discord. So, ladies and
I ain't
gentlemen,
even in the right vibes for this, man. This is
So,
Press
ladies and
Start.
gentlemen,
Yeah,
every
Jack is wildin'. Why is Jack sharing this?
I'm just
with
saying
us?
you're not finna villainize me. I just want to, put my point out there.
Oh my god. Jack.
so every other Tuesday, right? Or is it once a month?
Off the record, every other Tuesday. Every other
Every other
Tuesday, off the
Tuesday,
record.
we have a special podcast called Off the Record, where you submit your questions. We had a question submitted where it was, which would you have intercourse with, marry, or kill of the New Day? And
Yeah,
Jack
I
chose
said this.
Big E because Big E has a big posterior.
Oh my god, that's a positive.
I mean, I was just,
Y'all send in some wild ass questions. That's all I gotta say. Off the record, go check it out, episode 42. But like I said, we here. We here, man. Yeah, that reminds me of that story I did tell on Off the Record. Yo. That nigga from my high school was shaped like that too, bro. Jack, I ain't
Oh man.
You know, people are sub to the Patreon know what we're talking about. But back to the introductions. Shout out to all the first time listeners. Appreciate you here. You know, say what up. Hit the like button, subscribe to all my people's channels. Their links are in the description. We're gonna go ahead and start off with our one and only guest today. Broken Games HDR. Say what up.
Yo, you already know who it is. Apparently, I'm on here today because I have to, for some reason, defend whiteness during Black History Month. I can't believe this.
You down
I
bad,
can't believe
BG. That's crazy.
I can't believe they got me doing this, man. They got me defending white people out of all months.
Yeah, we definitely gonna talk about that. So
Every time you have an intro, I don't know. I'm like speechless. I don't know what even to say to that. Like every time you come on a podcast and you intro yourself, it is always something wild.
Man, we got BG in the building, you know what I mean? We got BG in the building, man. Let me give him a 1-2 gunshot, man. You know, give him a 1-2 gunshot. But yo, shout out to BG for pulling up. We're gonna have a good podcast today. And for our panel, we're gonna start off with Jack Move Johnny. Say what up to the people, man.
What's good, everybody? Another week. Hey, man, we need some of these games to drop, man. The topics that's been going on Twitter, YouTube, I can't deal with it, bro. A whole bunch of silly ass topics going on. But yeah, we gonna discuss some of them. How y'all doing today?
Yeah.
My guy Alex, say what up.
Everybody, just want to say, you know, on behalf of the team and everyone from last week, it really meant a lot to everybody. We really appreciate it, even if you weren't able to donate for whatever reason, because things are crazy this year or even the last year. We just want to say thank you for being part of the show and just coming out and either watching the VOD, listening to us live, or checking us out on any other place you can listen to podcasts. So just a big thank you to everybody here and everybody watching it later on. We just want to say that. And I hope you guys enjoy and check out all our channels and enjoy the content that we provide for you guys. If you want to support us more, check out the Patreon and you can support us there directly.
And last but not least, he actually wasn't late today, man. J-Man, say what up to the people.
Yeah, you know, I like to, you know what I mean? Got some funds coming in, so I thought I would, you know, show that y'all appreciate y'all and show up on time today. So yeah, what up, everybody? Of course, J-Man back checking in with the podcast. Make sure you hit that like button, share the stream. I let everybody know what's going on over here, and let's get to the show, man. Got some things to talk about.
Yo, Jack. You know
What up?
I was told in the chat, you know how we're talking about splits and all of that. I was told in the chat that J-Main shouldn't get his cut until he does the Bloodborne stream. How do you feel about that?
What?
Ooh, I
How
like
do you
that
feel
idea.
about that?
I do like that idea.
That's a great idea.
And we should
like
I
that.
mean,
That's a
you also be streaming.
fantastic
Wait,
idea.
what's
wait.
going on there?
And I think we should hold on to his shares. We should split his share evenly until he does the Bloodborne stream. How about that? Doesn't that sound like a good idea?
See, that's how I know you lying, because ain't nobody say that. And on Twitter, I had announced I was streaming Bloodborne already, and I gave a specific date. So I don't want to hear nothing about I'm not streaming Bloodborne because I told everybody, come check me out live on February 29th. I will be streaming Bloodborne this month. Come pull up.
We're gonna be
What's the problem?
J-Main said he's streaming Bloodborne February 29th.
Absolutely.
Hold on,
Jack.
February 29th. Hold on.
29th.
We gotta
What's
wait 18 days for you to stream Bloodborne.
No.
Yeah,
Alex,
I'm free
Alex.
that day.
Alex, check the last day of the month. Check the last day of the month.
Yeah, ain't it the 28th? What's going on? Is this a leap year? What's going on?
The 28th is the last day of February. So J-Man
hear
ain't
this
even
guy?
streaming.
You hear
That's
this
not what my
finesse?
calendar says.
I just
it a
sold it
leap
up
year,
right
yo?
now.
That's not what my calendar says.
My man.
It says Monday, February 29th,
No, sir.
2021.
March
Let me see.
1st, Monday.
No. I only can go by what my calendar says. So
This
if y'all
man
calendar
trying to
says
finesse?
different, that's not my problem. That's not my problem.
Did you look at like 2020's calendar? Is that what happened?
No, February 29th,
It's only 28
2021.
days.
There's 28 days this month,
It's
my
only
guy.
Yeah,
28 days.
That-
You
that's
trying to
not my
finesse
problem.
people?
Hold on. So
We only get a 29th every 3 years, yo. I
this
think
is
every
why
3
I don't
years,
do
right?
shit for this community because every time I try and do something, y'all saying I'm trying to finesse the people. I gave y'all a whole date that I'm free to stream.
You
and
literally
saying
picked
I'm lying?
a day. You picked a day that doesn't exist.
I don't know what to tell you. It exists on
This
my
man
calendar.
on Peter Pan's calendar.
Yeah, you might be looking at
Listen.
last year's calendar.
Listen, everybody whose calendar says February 29th on Monday, please pull up to the stream. You will enjoy it. You will have a great time. And everybody else, I don't know what to tell you.
This shit
There
is
will not
crazy.
there will not be a VOD. This is for live viewers only.
This shit is crazy.
You don't even have a VOD.
No VODs.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Yo, J-Man's
Finesse
crazy.
So
Hey,
I would appreciate it if I got my splits on time, just like
I
everybody
think we
else.
got Kodak on the podcast. Yo, this guy's a finesse kid, for real. Bro. This shit is crazy.
Big time
He's
finesse.
a finesse kid. Anyways, yo.
I
Where-
can't even believe it.
Yo. Listen, ain't nobody streaming Bloodborne, so we can move on from that.
Oh
period.
my
Don't
God. You
nobody
see?
want to stream that game,
Yo.
dog.
Big
Don't
ducks.
nobody
Big
want to play
ducks.
that
Yo.
game.
Can we get
I
some
don't wanna
ducks in the
play
chat for
Bloodborne.
Yo.
J-Man?
Big ducks.
Yo.
Beat that game like 5 times. I'm good.
some
All I
ducks in
can
the
say,
chat, please.
all I can say is, can Kofi get a little respect? At least when a nigga tests my gangster, I pull up though. You know, like y'all
It took you
just like
5 years.
pull up.
It took you 5 years, bro. 5 years? This is what you talking about pulling
Bro,
up?
I've already beat Bloodborne before, but you said the DLC I didn't. You know what I mean? But
That came out in 2015.
But
Where's you
put,
at?
But you put it out, the energy out there saying that I couldn't do it though. So I had to pull up
Because it
Now-
took you 5 years. Who
But
else
now-
would doubt that?
J-Bane, we offered you 250 just to beat Father G on your first go, like you said you could easily do.
Ooh.
Easily. Not even
Easily.
a competition. Not even
All
a
right,
competition.
let's do it.
Ah, sheesh.
Nah,
You gonna
I'm
do it?
good.
No,
Nope.
my God. All right, we're not doing this again. We're not doing this again. Anyways, guys, what have y'all been playing? Let's start off here, man. What has everybody been playing? And I want to start off with my man Jack Move. Jack, I see you got your streaming stuff back together. You're streaming on Persona. I saw the other day Overcooked. What you been on? What else you been on?
Yeah, man, that's the games right there. Overcooked 2. Well, I'm playing the PS5 version a little bit different, you know, 4K 60, you know what I mean, all beautiful and all that. So I've been replaying Overcooked with the homies.
You was keeping your composure on that live stream I was watching too. I was very proud of you.
I lost it towards the end because, like, you know what I mean? This dude, I don't even want to get into it, but I was like, hey, bro, can you pass me the plate so I can watch him? I asked him like 7 times. He wasn't responding. We damn near lost.
Pass me
It
the
was a
plate
whole-
so I can wash them.
It was a whole fucking ordeal. My head was hurting. I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
But,
nah, I could tell like towards the end of the stream, you was getting frustrated because he was like, all right, we need to start picking roles and saying what we gonna do because this shit not gonna work. It's like later on, it's gonna get tougher. This shit not gonna work.
Man, God, that game is a hassle, bro. It's actually easier playing it solo, believe it or not. But I've been playing that. Definitely picked back up Persona 5 Royal, trying to get through that. I'm still on the 3rd palace, yo. Like, I'm at the end of the 3rd. Well, I'm about to be on the 4th palace, but that game is mad long, yo. Hopefully, I can stream the whole thing. I'm trying to do.
Are you
that.
enjoying it?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying it?
Oh, absolutely. I love Persona. It's kind of, you know, it's stressful, yo, because I'm like, damn, like, how long is it gonna take me to beat this? You know, that type shit. But
Why
and
you
my
think about
stream's
it?
been messing
See,
up.
the problem is you're thinking about the length too much. Just enjoy the experience, my guy. Why are you thinking about that?
That's true.
The
That's
end
true.
goal,
That's true.
man. For some reason, Persona, look, one of those type of long games, like it's once you start it and get the ball rolling, I feel like you get super immersed. At least with me, like the hardest part is just starting a new game. As soon as you start the new game, I feel like boom, boom. That's how I felt when I played Royal. Everything was so fresh to me, and I enjoyed it. Like shit. To be honest, I kind of wanna fly through P5 again. I'll probably play it sometime this year or next year if I get the opportunity, and I'll make it my third playthrough. So
Don't do that. Striker's about to come out. You already know that new hotness.
Oh, that thing looking heat. Hey, Strikers low key might be it, yo. I think I'm getting it. Might be it.
I don't know. Look, when it comes when it comes to these Musu games, bro, I've been finessed time and time again. Hyrule Warriors, I checked it out, didn't like it. Fire Emblem Wars, checked it out, didn't like it. I checked out another couple of Dynasty Warriors, Musu style type of games, didn't like it. So now they trying to sell me over. Mans know that I love Persona 5, so now they're making a Persona 5 Musu game, and I'm tempted to buy it and give it a chance because people are saying it's more Persona than Musu style game, but I don't trust it. I might be contacting my exclusive plug to get that exclusive demo before I decide to use my exclusive money. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. That's what I might be doing.
I saw one review said that it felt more like a Kingdom Hearts game than like a Warzone style Dynasty Warrior type Musu game. So I was like, shit, that's all I needed to hear.
Okay,
because I like
part of PC Al Qaeda. That's crazy.
Yeah, I changed in the streets, dog. You know what I mean? It's my money in full effect. You know what I mean?
You've been hanging out with me way too long, and I love it.
Full effect. But BG, what you been playing?
Rogue Company and Neo 2. That's it. I've been playing. I think since probably December. I've been playing nothing but Rogue Company. Pretty much.
You got to be the only player on the server at this point,
bro. I don't know where y'all. I don't know why y'all think this game is dead, bro. This game, bad people play this game, dog.
Big plays. Let's play this shit.
Bro,
so the only two people on the server
and Vic. There's only 4 players.
The community is very much alive. I don't know why y'all think nobody plays this game. There's like
so
mad
Vic,
people.
So Vic, Merc, Erica, you and Blaze.
No.
There's 6 of y'all playing this game.
The server's actually very active, bro. You find the game instantly. I never have to wait for a game. It's the same thing with The Last of Us. People act like The Last of Us servers are dead. You go on The Last of Us, you find a game, 30 seconds? Same thing.
Just because you find the game don't mean it ain't the same motherfuckers. I was watching your stream.
Bro, listen, y'all can
you knew all that.
Y'all can listen.
This guy, he's a sweat. He's a tryhard. You know?
Because I know people in the community because I have like 400 hours in the game, bro. Like
that's what I'm saying. So if it's the same people you run into on the game you've been playing for 400 hours, ain't nobody playing that shit.
But it's not the same people. Bro, and even in The Last of Us, you realize we came across people we knew. Jack, why do you think Jack be trembling because of Big Joe Rambro?
Don't do that.
Because he played the game so much, he got to know people.
Big Joe.
So,
hey man, hey BJ, I gotta find out. Do you like jazz?
Oh my god.
Okay, can someone
Anyway, Rogue Company is popping and the game is still very active, so and
they
release a lot of content constantly.
Alex, can you fill me in on that joke? Because I don't get that inside joke at all.
So BG was streaming, and there was a guy playing Rogue Company with him, and he was honestly kind of funny. And as he was in team chat, BG was trying to be all serious and mean. You know how BG tries to get, right? Real hard face and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, the guy goes, "Hey, is your name Broken Games HDR?" And he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "You like jazz?" BG goes, "No." The guy goes, "Well, I'm going to play some jazz for you." And then his character actually plays the saxophone in the game. And he goes, "What'd you think?" And BG goes, "Sound a little flat."
Dude, that's annoying, bro.
And so the whole game, the guy's just like fucking just ribbing into BG, just making fun of him and shit. And he's like, "Are you streaming right now?" BG's like, "Yeah, everybody can watch you." And he goes, "What if I'm really mean to you? Is that going to make the chat real mad?" And he's like, "I don't know." And the guy on the stream goes, "The chat is stupid." Ha ha. He's like, "Did that work? Did you get more views?" And BG's like, I don't fucking care. But like in the end, BG starts cheesing real hard at the camera. just smiling because he keeps chasing after him,
Dude's
playing that
annoying,
saxophone
bro.
the whole game. You
Dude's
please,
annoying.
that dude, listen,
lit, yo.
listen.
That
I'm gonna
dude
tell you right
lit.
now. You had a hard week at work, and that man made your week. Don't lie.
No, bro. I
Don't
had a
lie. You made
serious
a
face
best
the
friend.
whole time
You
because
really?
I had a serious.
You think so?
Yes, I did. The whole
Okay, if
time.
I go
Besides
right
the end,
now, if I go
because
right
he was
now,
crazy. No, I smiled at
if
the
I
end because
go
I'm like,
right
yo,
now-
this dude's crazy.
lit.
He's high. He's like white people on something else time, somebody else time, bro. Like they just weird. So I had to chuckle at the end.
Mm.
He had weird energy, bro.
I like that. I like that super chat,
I had
Vic.
to chuckle at the end.
Hold on, what he said?
Dude was on weirdo time, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So Neo and Rogue Company. That's how you've been on.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
think
don't
of
ask J-Man what he been playing. He talk about Road Company. You know, he don't play no games.
Yeah. For your
At least I got
information,
somebody's
sir,
servers to be on. I got somebody's servers to
for
play
your
games on. What you been
information,
playing?
sir, I just beat the medium on Xbox Game Pass, sir.
That don't count as a game. Shut up.
That game has a that game has a great story. I just beat it, and yeah, man, that game has a good story, but everything else is really subpar in that game. The music is fantastic, the atmosphere is pretty good, but Blooper team needs some more talent in the gameplay department and just the technicality department, period, because that game is it runs like shit. And what else I played? I also beat Little Nightmares. About to go through the DLC,
Ooh, fire.
so I can play the sequel. That shit kind of nuts, bro.
That's a good game.
Yeah.
So what I have been playing, I've been playing a multitude of games. Actually, I've been playing Neo 2. Neo 2 is pretty dope. I got a stream coming on Saturday. I'm gonna continue my playthrough. I've been actually trying to slow down the pace so I could play the game live for you guys, because you guys requested I should play some more Neo, and I've been enjoying it. I was just discussing with BG, seeing him like, yo, do you think the game is easier? And I think he kind of felt the same way. I know he's early on in the game, and I'm also pretty early on in the game, so I don't know if the difficulty spike gets any harder, but it pretty much feels like Neo 1, which I expected after even playing the beta when it dropped.
Yeah.
But you have yokai powers now. You can do counter bursts and stuff like that. So I think it brings a cool element to the game. It still do feel very Neo like 1.5-ish, not like a full-fledged sequel. The menus are the same. A lot of things are the same. But I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying it, and I can't wait to play more of the game though. So I've been playing that, and I just did a live stream of Super Mario 3D Land. I was playing the Bowser's Fury separate expansion, whatever you call it. And from what I played so far, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like this take of kind of hub world Mario game where all the levels are in one open area. You know how in usual Mario game tradition, like, oh, you gotta actually pick the level that you're trying to play and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This one is all the levels are out in the open already, and you just kind of go through them that way. I think it's a pretty cool concept from what I've been playing so far. So I'm definitely gonna finish that up. Apparently, it takes about 6 hours, 5 hours to beat. So
Bowser or the whole game?
the Bowser's Fury.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
keep
okay.
that in mind.
Because
Keep
I
that
played
in
it on
mind.
Wii U.
Yeah, keep that in mind if you're looking to pick up the game. It is a full retail price game. I still think it should have been I think this would have been more appropriate if it was like $49.99, $39.99 around there.
29.
I think that would be a much more feasible price, but it's a Nintendo.
Nintendo.
So you gotta charge full price for the game. So I've been playing Neo 2, that, and yeah, that's pretty much the main games I've been playing lately. Alex, what you been on?
I've been playing a little game. You guys may not know of it. It's called Valheim. It's an early
I heard of
access
it.
game on Steam. It made 1 million players in 1 week. It is a survival Viking game with Dark Souls combat. So it's also massively multiplayer. So you have pure survival strategies and tactics. You have to literally build a home, build yourself, start getting food, farming, all that other stuff. And then you have to defeat a bunch of gods. with the gear that you've equipped. And then there's not permadeath, but there is, if you die, you have to go back and get your equipment and stuff like that. But there is a stash. It's honestly really, really good. I was really shocked about it. It's $20. It's early access, but there's a couple of things, a little bit of a hiccup. Like it's hard to run on systems because it's not really well optimized. I'm getting like 60 FPS at 1440p. And the game is only like 500 megabytes. Like it's not big, so it's got like some weird stuff, but it's honestly incredibly cool, kind of relaxing, but it's a dope ass fucking game. I'm really pumped about it. I'll make a video on it this Saturday. So I'm
This
playing
look like
that.
some shit made in dreams.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's got
shit.
like a weird, no, it does. It's got like a weird voxel kind of like texture to it. It's super fucking wild. Like I did not expect it. I was like, oh, this kind of looks gross. But then like as you play it and you get to like different areas, it starts to like get really pretty. It's got like a very almost like PS1 kind of look to it.
Yeah,
Almost
definitely.
like a little, it's got like a PS1 style. So I dig it, but it may not be for everybody just because of the way it's structured. Heavy RPG mechanics. Like the more you sprint, the more you level up in it. The more you punch and chop wood, the better you get at it. So it's like it's deep RPG, survival strategy kind of thing. So it's pretty fucking wild. I like it a lot.
All right.
All right, yo, Jack, where should we start off today?
Man,
Where should we start off today? We actually got some topics today, man. Where should we start off?
I don't know, man. Y'all want to get that music shit out the way, or we can do that?
Oh man.
I mean,
Oh
it's
man. That's a good topic. That's a good topic. Maybe we'll start here with the music because you know we pop up on Twitter. We all follow each other. We all very cordial, you know. And BG likes to
He's a
tweet stupid
trendsetter.
things. BG likes to tweet
Thank
stupid
you.
things. So one day
Absolutely.
he tweeted something along the lines of he doesn't care about music in games and it's the least most important thing in a video game.
Facts.
And us with sense extremely disagree with him.
Taste.
So
With taste.
you know, with
Those in
taste and
denial.
sense, definitely
In
disagree with him.
denial.
All right, so make your case while we have you here. Make your case why music is the
Listen.
least important aspect in creating a video game. Let's hear it.
I mean, if you remove it from the game, does the game still function? Does it still play the same? Is the story technically the same? Okay,
Yes.
it's the least important. Like if you can remove it from the game and you could still play and complete the game pretty much in the same fashion, then it's the least important. I didn't say it doesn't matter at all. I mean, listen, to me personally, it
you
doesn't
said that,
matter.
though. You said it, yeah. So
To-
you said it doesn't matter.
To me personally, it doesn't matter. Meaning you could remove music from like any of these games I play. There's some games I think the music is good, but more or less I don't care, right? My point is you can remove it and the game still structurally it stands, it's still sound, it's still very playable and enjoyable. So it's the least
BG,
important.
If I remove, let's say I lower the visuals to 480p resolution. Let's say I remove all the other fancy graphical options that are in the video game. Does it still run and function?
Not in the same fashion.
No, that's not no. Because even then, same with music. Does it still run and function? In fact, it'll probably run better with a better frame rate.
It affects the game because now you're no longer immersed in the game because it's literally just pixelated on the screen.
But couldn't you say something about music because you're not immersed in it with the music?
Yeah, exactly.
Music really doesn't do anything for me. So I don't think it.
So that sounds like a you problem.
I mean, it just listen. It's the fact that it's not more important than story gameplay.
Why are you stuttering?
visuals. I'm sorry, it's just not. It's just not. You can't make the case that it's more important than those things. So it's the least important.
More important than what?
Than story, gameplay, or visuals.
Okay,
know how
so
I
let's
feel?
say okay, hold on, no. If I take a video game and I remove the story, does it still function and run?
No, not as a full
I'm
game,
sorry,
no.
what?
Yes, it does.
No, not
Yes,
as a
it
full
does.
game. No.
How?
No, not as a full game.
How?
No, because something is drastically missing. That
Just like the
is an
music.
integral part
Thank
of
you
the
very
game.
much. Have a wonderful day.
No,
You can see yourself out.
No. Let me shut that down right now. Because
it down,
you
shut
can
it down.
still you can still play the game,
Uh-huh.
but if a story is part of the game that explains why you're doing what you're doing, that's a core part of the game. You could remove the music, right? But the music didn't really add anything like that's a core part of the game. If you're playing a game with no story, you could play it for gameplay.
So you're telling me that you played The Last of
but-
Us with the music turned off?
Bro, I couldn't tell you anything about The Last of Us music. And yes, a lot of the first time I played The Last of Us,
Jack,
yeah, did I listen to
Jack,
everything?
you hear this guy?
No, listen.
You hear this guy?
The first time I played The Last of Us, I absolutely played through the game with the sound on. Of course, there's a lot of story and narrative in The Last of Us. But the second time, I beat it 4 times. So every time after that, I'm listening to a podcast. I don't listen to. I cannot tell you nothing about The Last of Us music. All I know is there's a banjo.
What's your favorite thing about Last of Us? The story or the gameplay?
The gameplay.
Okay, so then why do you care about the story? Let's take that out of there.
Because
you don't need it. You don't need it because it's not important. You don't need it, right? The gameplay is what's important, right?
Bro. I said.
Go on ahead. Get rid of the music. Get rid of the story.
I said music is the least important. Okay, least.
But okay, wait,
listen,
hold on. Can I say something? Can I say something?
Boy, oh boy.
Okay. Let me ask y'all. Okay. Since I'm so wrong, right? Since I'm so crazy, you got a choice. You got a choice. Pick your favorite game, right? You have 4 choices: music, story, gameplay, visuals. Pick one. Pick one. Be real. Pick and remove one. You gotta remove. You gotta remove one.
My favorite game.
Full of it. Yeah,
Story.
you're full of it. Or most games, you're full of it. If you're not picking story,
you're telling me the story in Doom Eternal is important?
Hell no.
You're a weirdo. You
Have
like
a great
Doom.
day. Have a great day. See yourself out.
You got him. You got him.
Wait, Doom doesn't have a story. Doom doesn't have a story.
It does have a story. It's just-
Doom got a story now?
It does.
Absolutely.
It does got a
Bro,
story.
come on, bro. Doom got a story?
Listen, even the chat says it. You just got owned, buddy.
Hold on. Let me put in 2 cents.
I had a Nintendo dude that told me that Animal Crossing had a story this morning. Y'all need to cut it out.
Let me give my 2 cents real quick. This whole discussion and argument, I feel like when it comes to music and gameplay, they kind of go side by side to me personally, because I feel like it enhances your experience. Because I think of some of my favorite games like Ori, Bloodborne, just some off the top of my head. And if you just strip out the music in the chase scenes in Ori, if you strip out the music in the boss fights, that shit does not hit the same if you're experiencing it. I feel like music, honestly, it breathes life into these games if you have a really good soundtrack. You know what I mean? It breathes life.
So what are you removing in Ori?
I'm removing the story. I'm removing the story.
That's insane.
The story is very good. Yeah, the story is really good.
Nah.
Ori's story is really good. It's really good still. So is that
Bro,
the
it's
story
literally
or the
just
graphics?
music.
Is either the story and the graphics? Because I feel like the soundtrack also enhances that experience so much. I can't even imagine playing Ori in mute. I can't even imagine that. You know what I mean? So I don't know, Jack.
Clearly,
how do you
this
feel
man
about
has
this?
never played Nier Automata, because
I
the
have,
story
man.
is literally impactful and part of the music is part of the story.
Yo, BG,
The
you're a
music
Final
is so
Fantasy fan. Can I say
intertwined
something?
with everything.
I
You're a
am.
Final Fantasy
I am a
fan.
Final Fantasy.
Okay, go ahead.
So you're
go ahead,
saying,
Kofi, I'm sorry.
Can you imagine a franchise like Final Fantasy having no tunes in it? They're literally known for its songs and literally make the games. I feel like when it comes to, I think genres definitely do play a factor in this. I think certain genres you can rearrange graphic, story, gameplay. You know what I'm trying to say? I think in specific genres it can matter, because in a fighting game, who gives a fuck about a story's fighting game? Like Mortal Kombat stories all over the place, or Street Fighter or whatever. But music, I feel like music would definitely be higher in the ladder in that. Would you agree? In something like a fighting game and something like that, I think you probably can rearrange it depending the genre. In a role-playing game, I think music is really high. Really, really high in a role-playing game. I feel like
I think in a JRPG or something like that, I probably would put music. Music has to go high, but I like all the JRPGs I've played. I really like the story, so I think it's because music is so easy to go back to and re-experience without having to go through a certain portion of a game and finding a certain portion of a story that you really love. Music is right there for you to access it and listen to it.
You're 100%. BG, what's your favorite RPG of all time?
Final
Fantasy
VII, right?
7.
Final Fantasy 7, right? Weren't you at E3 too
I was.
when the remake was announced?
I was.
So, how excited did you get when you heard the first few notes of FF7's theme during that announcement?
I actually was skeptical that it was the game. I didn't.
I mean,
get
it sounded
excited
like you
until-
got up and just screamed, "Oh my god!" in the middle of that.
No, I
Didn't you?
actually no. I
I'm just saying.
no, I
I'm just
actually
saying,
did
like,
that. I did that when I saw
wouldn't you
Barrett's
look how
gun and his
emotional?
Buster Sword and
Look how
Cloud's
emotional
Buster
you
Sword.
got just from the music of that game.
I don't know. I guess we all.
Because
I guess
the
we all
music-
immerse ourselves different.
I got excited because the music was an indication of the game, not because I'm excited about the
Thank
music.
you very much.
I
Have
don't
a
care.
wonderful day. I'll see you next
I don't
week.
care about the music. You didn't prove anything.
Thank
You
you
didn't
very
prove
much.
anything. Okay,
I'll see
okay,
you
hold
next
on.
week.
Okay, hold on. Okay. So if I see a sign that I'm about to be home, am I excited about the sign or am I excited about that I'm almost home?
Okay,
It's just
okay,
like,
I don't know.
What are you talking about? I'm excited about the indication that I'm getting what I want.
Go
I'm not
on ahead and
excited
leave.
about I'm not excited about the indicator. What are you talking
Look, we
about?
need a new guest, Kofi. We need a new guest in here. This ain't
What are
happening.
you talking about? Like the music was a sign of the game. I'm not excited about the sign. I'm excited about the game. So what are you talking about, Alex?
Man, go on ahead, throw in the towel. You're done.
No, you proved nothing. You're a moron. You proved nothing.
So your
Music
only-
is irrelevant.
Now your only comeback is
Music
to
is
it.
irrelevant.
Now you're-
Listen,
okay, so hold on.
y'all can be in denial all y'all want. Music is the least important things in the most genre of games. That's just what it is.
Yo, you literally said you got excited because of the music that you heard from Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Bro, that's not what I said. I got excited because the music indicated the game, not because of the music.
So,
for example,
the music.
Kofi,
Oh, wait, stop right there. Stop right
Kofi
there.
likes music. Kofi likes music because he actually likes to listen to it. He was jamming to some Persona in his car. I will never turn on a video game soundtrack. I will never turn on a video game soundtrack because I enjoy the music. If you turn on a video game, if you turn on music to a video game, I'm gonna get excited about the game, not the music.
So then you're telling me that music has an impact when you're playing the game.
Exactly, because
I see what you're trying to do.
Literally, literally,
you
said the music indicated the game. Therefore, the music in you struck a deep chord
that
into
makes you
how
want to
the
play the game.
experience you had of that game.
Here's the thing.
No, let me finish, please. When you heard the music, you realized what was coming, and your heart swelled up with joy. If you never played that game if you played the game without that music, you would have never had that experience in your life. And if it wasn't for that music, you would have never had that moment. Because of the music, you had that moment. Therefore, music is far more important than you could ever think.
Let me tell you why the music is irrelevant. Because you could have replaced the music with anything that's an indicator of the game, and it would still work. It's not the music. It's the fact that it's an indicator. Bro, you could have changed the music to Morse code. If I knew the Morse code meant the game was coming, I would still get excited. It doesn't matter that it's actual musical notes. It's the indication of the game. You could replace it with anything.
All right. So I got a question for you. So Last of Us Part 2 is one of your favorite games. So, the soundtrack is pretty iconic with the banjo or the riff that it plays, iconic melody right now. As soon as you hear that, you're about to see something Last of Us related, right? So my question to you is, if it was what's the rapper you hate? You hate Kodak Black. If it was like some Kodak Black type of shit in the background, do you feel like that would affect your experience?
But that's what I'm saying. When I say music doesn't matter to me, I'm not saying replace the music with something else. I'm saying you could remove the music and I would not care. Remove all the music from the Last of Us Part 2.
But the music doesn't matter. If it's replaced with something that you hate or something that you hate, then why should it matter then? You know what I mean? If it doesn't affect your experience.
Because I don't want to hear something bad. I want to hear nothing. It doesn't matter to me. I want to hear nothing. That's what I'm saying. Remove the whole thing.
Jack,
and give me the game. It wouldn't matter to me.
Jack, give us your take.
I think sometimes BJ just want to hop off the porch with silly shit, man. That's all. You're clearly insane. Music is a very integral part to a lot of games. Matter of fact, I didn't even know y'all was having this little debate. And I was playing Destruction All-Star, something simple as that. And I was like, I was just playing, I'm like, bro, why the game so fucking quiet? Like, it's just weird. Like, music, bro.
I didn't notice that at all.
It's like it's a subconscious thing too, though, right? Because like when music is in a game and it's doing its job, sometimes you don't even realize it's there. Like but it's adding to the overall ambiance, the
experience, the gameplay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Certain games, bro, without music, bro, it'd be like, what the fuck, like, bro. I don't think you really underestimate how important music is.
It is
a lot
very
of
important.
Games tripping right now.
Yeah, very. Imagine like Devil May Cry, like just no music at all. Just dead silence.
I'm playing that right now, and it is honestly, if that game had no music, it'd be terrible.
Yeah,
that's a lie.
Bro.
No.
How would it be
You
terrible
disagree?
though?
I'm playing Devil May Cry right now because there's so much attitude with Dante that everything fits together, right?
Yes, but if the gameplay is still sound and the story is good, then the music is not.
Honestly, I would be like this. I would be like, this fucking sucks because I've got this raucous, fucking insane guy who eats pizza nonstop and he's fucking doing Bruce Lee moves. Everything is going fucking crazy and I'm doing all this crazy shit and there'd be no music? That doesn't make any sense. That'd be boring.
But how would that change the gameplay being good?
Because I would hate Dante then.
But how would that change the gameplay being good?
I would hate Dante. I don't want to play it.
How would that change the gameplay being
because
good?
I'm not
then how would that
involved
make
in
it. A terrible game then? If the gameplay is still good,
I would not want to be involved in that game because it'd be
so
too
you don't
quiet
play
and it'd
games
be dead.
Characters are bad.
I play all kinds of games. You know that. If you're gonna make the argument, make the argument. But the thing is, if Devil May Cry did not have good music, it would be pretty shit. Admit it.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't because if a game has good gameplay, which is the most important.
Look at DMC Remake and how bad that music is.
I like.
You're gonna tell me that's okay? That's we already know you got a problem.
You're not gonna pull that one up. I like that.
You got a problem.
I don't care. Music is not that important. It's important, but it's not that important to me to make a game that I'm having fun with gameplay wise. A terrible game because
music elevates the actual game. It's the whole point. It adds to everything, like Jack said. So you can't even say like
it can enhance it.
And just like Jack said with Destruction All Stars, if you have no music or nothing in there, you're like, what the fuck is going on? Why am I even doing this?
Can it make a bad game good? Can music make a bad game good?
Low-key can make low-key. Yeah, but listen to this. Low-key, listen.
And it's not important then.
Hold on. Final Fantasy 13. I swear to God, I feel like that soundtrack is the only thing that kept me playing that game. I swear to God, I feel Final Fantasy 13 is not an amazing game. Most people do not fuck with Final Fantasy 13. But that battle theme, that music, I swear that shit pushed me on through that to experience that game, man. That shit is some of the best shit I've ever heard, bro. Like, you can say what you want about FF13, but that music literally carried that game for me. Carried that game.
Octopath Traveler's another one. Final Fantasy 6. You know, like fucking like how many who here can actually hum the first level in Mario?
Everyone knows it, bro.
Everyone.
But you're not about to tell me that the Mario gameplay doesn't carry that game more than the music. So, go ahead and lie.
No, but
I didn't say the Mario gameplay. I didn't say the music carried it more than the gameplay. I'm saying that without the music, you would not have that same experience.
Yeah, I guess we probably could move on.
It's an iconic thing, like people.
Just because you can hum it doesn't mean anything, bro. There's songs I hear.
You can
all
hum
the time
a game that's over 30 years old, and you're telling me that music doesn't have an experience on the actual game, or it's not important.
Bro,
that's
that doesn't mean that you necessarily, bro. There's songs I hear all the time.
That is how impactful
I know some of the lyrics is not because I like the song, but it's because you hear something enough, you're gonna know it.
I can hum Sonic songs, and I hate Sonic games.
Exactly. It doesn't make like.
I hate Sonic games too, but you know what? The Chemical Plant theme is fucking dope.
That's classic. All right, yo. Bond definitely had a take, but I already did the boxes, so I'm not trying to rearrange the boxes. So I see you, Bond. You want the invite? I ain't trying to rearrange the boxes, but apparently we got a sent in question or a sent in comment from Black Bond himself, which I'm gonna read. Black Bond says, "Tell these N words. Music has no effect on gameplay at the end. A good game with bad music is good. A bad game with good music is still trash." That's Bond's take.
That's a fact.
You know, but look, I just don't like the people downplaying the significance of just music overall in video games. I feel like a lot of these games that we love, like even just think about our most beloved games, like, and look at the soundtrack. They're iconic soundtracks or amazing soundtracks, you know, of our most beloved games because it's important. These guys do not spend whatever amounts of money, getting all these orchestras for no reason. They know what it brings to the experience in the game. That's why they go through the trouble to do so. So I'm not gonna, say music is is not important or dismiss it like it ain't shit, because I feel like it definitely carries and truly makes the experience of these games. But let's have a super chat break. Let's have a super chat break and move on to the next topic.
Sure. Give me. Let me alt tab real quick. Let's see here. Jaron Stamps for the $5. No message. Roadrunner $2. My music and podcast better than in-game music. Ugh, bad take. Stop looking at my yawn for $3.99. He says, just wanted to thank Alex for putting me on to great teacher Onizuka. That is one of the best animes you are not watching. GTO is fucking amazing. Yawn, you're welcome. Alex PSX for $5. It would be fair if he wants to appreciate the podcast. I don't know what that means. Nickwood Snake, the true antagonist, for $5. I dropped 200 last week. Play Bloodborne, my guy. I'm guessing that's for J Main.
February 29th. I got you.
That's not a date. That's not a real date.
J-Man.
Rystar, $2. No message. Tunde Mbola, $5. Give J Main the super chat cut on February 29th. Yep.
Oh, that's facts.
Wait.
Let's go.
That's right.
Wait,
That's right.
in my calendar
That's
says
facts.
February. I can't fucking talk.
That's facts. Yo, Jack, that's a great idea. Yo, Jamie, we're gonna
That's a
cut
great idea.
We're gonna cut your check on the 29th. We're gonna cut your check on the 29th. All right.
29th. You're going to get your check cut.
I'm gonna post February 29th when they get here. All right. Just
You
look
got
out
it.
for that on the calendar, man. Look out for the DM.
Yeah, you got it. 29th. And then I'll post a screenshot of
Yeah, that's
March
a good
1st.
one, bro. That's a
Ruffle Mutt for the $4.99. If or when Nintendo games finally come to PC, there's going to be epic exclusives. Watch. By the way, so glad I didn't buy a PS5 early, drifting, and no games. What the fuck?
I wouldn't go far and say that, but yeah, I definitely heard about that drifting shit. We will mention it.
Yeah. Vic for the $4.99. Don't let BG roast my man Jack about Big Joe Rambo. Ask BG why he spent half his stream ducking Voos on Rogue Company. Who's Voos?
BG, what happened?
What's that?
BG, what happened?
What is he talking about? Voos is on my friends list. What are you talking about?
Wait,
Oh, who was Bruce?
wait, that
Who's
is
Voos?
Voos is
Yeah.
a dude that's on Voos is a dude that's on my friends list that I play with all the
Big
time.
Joe,
So I don't know what he's talking about.
Friends list.
I mean, he might be on your
And-
friends
and-
list, but they don't mean he ain't clapping
And
the cheeks.
and I have a message. I have a message from Voos that told me when I play against him to stop beaming his head. So
Mhm.
We need
I got
receipts.
the message
We
literally.
need receipts, sir.
I'll go
You're supposed
show you.
to-
Let me find out you was ducking.
I can show you that. Like we play against. He's on my friends list, but we play against each other often. And yeah, I kill him a lot. He kills me a lot. I don't know why people. That's fake news right there. That's what that is. Fake news.
And
that
we're doing
previous
fake
dude-
news.
And that previous dude who's talking about, oh, I'm glad that's broke boy talk. He's just looking for good reason that he couldn't get a PS5. You couldn't get it anyway. That's broke boy talk. People
Yeah,
always
bro.
do that. Oh, I'm glad I didn't get a new console. Man, you wasn't gonna get it anyway. Cut it out.
That sounds like some
Trying to make
Alex.
it-
shit. Alex, you say
Trying
that
to make yourself feel better. People always trying to make themselves feel better about not having something.
I'm glad I didn't spend $500 on a fucking dust collector.
It's not a dust collector, sir.
What game you playing on it?
I'm still playing Demon Souls right now.
Okay, thank you very much. You
right,
took
yo,
a long time to answer that one. Flaffy 1101 for the $2. Breath of the Wild has zero music, but Alex said it was amazing. Breath of the Wild, in fact,
It
does have music.
It does have
It
music.
does
There's a lot
have
of quiet.
music,
There's
and
a
it
lot
is
of
very
quiet
good.
moments while you're
A
traveling.
lot
but
of
it does
quiet,
have
yeah,
music.
but it's very good.
Yeah.
Liquid Snake, the true antagonist, for $5. SSX and Tony Hawk series had the best music. Couldn't imagine playing that without music.
Especially
Correct.
Tricky, bro. Tricky's a classic.
I
man.
could.
Especially Tony Hawk.
Those gameplays, it's the gameplay, man. I'm telling y'all.
The music.
Look, we're listening. We're not
elevates
saying
it.
we're not saying the music over the gameplay though. But I'm
That's
just
what-
saying
yes,
there's a
you're-
lot. I think you're
Yeah,
you're
go ahead.
confusing us. We're not saying music
I'm
is
not.
more important than the gameplay, but obviously in any video game that is first and foremost. But I'm just saying with depending the genre, I feel like music has its place. Sometimes we've played Nintendo games that pretty much the story's lackluster, but the soundtracks are legendary. They're amazing. You know what I mean? So I think it fits. It might move around depending the genre, But
Octopath Traveler is another great example. Fantastic gameplay, great music, very lackluster story. But I put $100 into that game because the music was so good and the gameplay was so good.
Yeah.
And it's a
All right.
JRPG.
Flip that around, sir.
High in a
That's all.
den for $2. No music in Ori would affect.
Oh my bad.
It's okay. No music in Ori would affect the story's impact. Go ahead.
Definitely.
No, I just want y'all to keep gameplay above music at all times. That's all.
Gameplay is number one.
Yeah, I don't think no one
And
is
no one's gonna
and
argue that.
visuals. Keep visuals above it too.
No.
Yes.
When you say
No.
visuals, like what do you mean when you say visuals?
Graphics.
Though?
I mean, graphics. My
Just-
graphics is way more important. I need what I'm playing to look good. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
okay.
I need it to look good.
So when you say visuals, it could be shell shaded, it could be 2D, as long as it looks appealing. That's what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's different visual style. I think Wind Waker looks
Styles.
good.
Okay.
Games
all
like
right.
those still look good. Borderlands look good. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. Rystar for Rystar 94 for $2. Imagine Persona 5 without music.
That'll be so garbage. No, I think that'll be trash. That'll be trash.
Trago Gaming for $5. Playing Metal Gear Rising with the music swelling during the boss fight elevates the game. The medium's music helped carry the game for me.
Metal Gear Rising is a mid game in the first place.
You need to stop.
It's pretty fun.
You need to
I
stop
like
with
it.
your
I
bad
like it.
takes.
Bro,
Like-
Jack. You know when we talk
What-
about
what Jack
Unga
hates
Bunga
platinum.
game, when you look in the dictionary, Metal Gear Rising shows up as an Unga Bunga.
You need to
I
not
beat
even
that
fucking
game. It's
you shut your damn mouth.
100%
That-
Unga Bunga.
That game's pretty fun, man. That shit is hard as hell on the hardest difficulty too, bro.
That game is good as shit. Don't even play.
Next
Jay
one.
Harvey for $5. I hear where BG is coming from, but I couldn't imagine games like Hotline Miami, Fallout, the ambient sounds in Limbo, and Ruiner without music. All fantastic games, by the way. Glinzer for $2. Graphics, music, controls, story, AI, rank them. That's a lot. I don't know if we have time to rank them.
How about you do it real quick?
I would say
I think
AI.
okay, controls. Is,
I would go AI, controls,
Controls is
music,
high.
graphics, story.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
For me, look. When it comes to story in games, obviously I do appreciate a great story, but like I said, man, it's just the gameplay is key. Is key to me because I've played games with mid stories or stories I didn't care about, like Control, I would say, or not mid. I just don't understand it. That's a game I completely do not understand. But I felt I got an enjoyable experience out of it because the gameplay was really high up there. So story would be like last on that shit, bro. But the gameplay was really high because it was a very fun
You
game
ain't
to play.
understand it because you had 30 niggas in the Discord talking while you trying to play the
Oh,
game.
here we go.
Yeah,
Oh
you're
my
really
God.
not doing the right thing.
That's how you do it.
You're not giving that
That's
game any
what-
justice.
I
J-
don't
J-
know
May-
what's going on.
J- May-
I can't
J-
understand
May-
this story. Get out of the
J-
damn Discord.
J-Man.
That's funny.
I see you got a little bit of smoke. I see you got a little bit of smoke going on. First of all, I did not play Control in the Discord. First of all. You know what I mean? I see what you're doing, dog. I'm gonna let you live, dog. I'm gonna let you live. All right, yeah. Let's finish up the super chats. We got a lot of
All
other
right,
topics
Devin
to cover.
Sengar for $2. This is, does the Epic Game Store have a refund policy? I think it does.
It does.
Yeah, I think it
It does.
Uh,
I
King
sample and
Pro
return
for
games all the time.
King Prel for $1.99. He says, Jack, you need to try bacon, egg, and cheese in BK. I'm guessing Burger King.
That sounds horrible.
That sounds really gross.
Or the little breakfast croissant joint.
King Kovu for the $2. Playing Bravely Default 2 demo on mute right now. That is disgusting. I don't know why you're doing that to yourself.
Yeah, listen to the podcast, man.
Vic 499 asked BG why he was checking his friends list during stream to make sure Voos was already in a game before searching for a match then.
No. Vic know exactly. Vic know exactly what that was.
What's
No,
good?
Vic know
Vic is
exactly
my
what that
guy,
was.
so I know he
No,
telling
on
the
Rogue,
truth.
no, on
Vic
Rogue
is an
Company,
honorable
there's
fool.
no,
Fact.
listen, on Rogue Company, you know how like on Last of Us they have no party systems?
Okay.
They don't have that in Rogue Company, right? And y'all see the numbers I put up on Twitter all the time where I have to like drop 60 just to win actually drop 60 to lose a game. So in
That's
Rogue
just the
Company,
numbers you show
you'll
us, but yeah.
no, bro, I've live streamed. People know what's up. Anyway, so on Rogue Company, there's no system like that. So you'll literally queue up and they'll put you with complete randoms and you're going against 4 people in a party. So yeah, I purposely avoid that because I'm not going to win a match with 3 randoms on my side. when I'm playing against a 4-stack. Yeah. So I avoid it. Like, what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Carry.
Hold up,
All right, let's
ladies and
my
gentlemen.
bad,
I just got informed via Twitter, thanks to Jin Rummy, they are now creating a sequel to Face Off.
Oh, I did read
Oh,
that.
yeah?
a little
Holy
earlier.
shit!
I didn't even know.
That was the
Holy-
movie you were trying to recommend for movie night, right?
No, I was trying to recommend Demolition Man.
Demolition
okay.
Man. That's what he was trying to do. All right, yo,
Although
let's
we
finish
do
up.
have to watch
Let's
Face
finish
Off
up.
as well. King Kiso for the 5. Alex must love DC movies if the story is so bottom tier. Well, one's a movie, one is a game. Why would I? I'm
just
playing
move
the
on.
game and watching the movie. King Kiso, I need another 5 for that, please. Thank you.
All right,
All right,
so
go on
let's
ahead.
move on. We got a release date. I'm very happy to say that Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is releasing June 11th. So in a couple of months. About time. It's a summer release. I believe J-Main kind of called this on Off the Record, saying it was going to be like a summer release or something like that, or a spring release.
Yeah.
So
I just felt that with Returnal getting delayed, that I think the whole slate got pushed back.
yeah.
So yeah, I seen it coming in June. But
Yeah, I'm excited.
excited.
The game is gonna be launching with a digital deluxe version and just a deluxe version overall, and it comes with a classic skin from one of the previous Ratchet and Clank games, and I think a soundtrack and some other stuff like that. So it's available for now for pre-order, and I can't wait to play this game. I can't wait to play this game. Jack,
we need
day one?
we need something on this PS5. God damn.
Jack, you waiting on this one, huh?
No, I'm covering this.
Yeah, but I'm saying, okay. Yeah, day one.
Yeah, I mean, shit. What? Like J-Man just said, what the fuck else I'm gonna be playing, man? I'm definitely getting.
Overcooked.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that deluxe edition price, that shit kind of wild, but
How
Was
much
it
is it?
$80?
I think it's like $80. Man, that's the version I want too, man. So it's like, guess I gotta get it though.
Okay, so this game wasn't a full retail price game to begin with, or was it?
It is.
It is.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Is it
the,
60 or 70?
Okay, $80 over here in
70.
Canada is okay. This is
It's
regular
70
price.
for the regular game, and then for the deluxe edition, it's 80.
Oh, I mean, that's not too bad for deluxe.
I
Yeah,
guess.
I guess so. It's $10.
Usually deluxes
more.
are like
It's
$100.
No, they $10
that's the-
more.
that's usually like collector's editions. And
Yeah,
shit.
that's the
Yeah,
finesse
they
of it right there. I can't do that.
Did they release a new trailer or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really wasn't shit though, for real. The trailer was just
Okay.
like it's like
Okay.
30 seconds.
So
Yeah, rehashing a lot of other stuff.
I can't wait to play this game. I'm gonna go straight into the 60 FPS mode. Jack, what are you doing? Because I know you've been saying some real fucked up shit in the past, saying Spider-Man 30 frames per second preferred.
Beautiful.
What are you gonna play this game at first? Are you gonna play at 30 or 60? What you doing?
Actually, I don't know. I'm gonna check it out in fidelity because I think this game specifically, it ain't got ray tracing and all that. I don't think, right? So
It does.
It does on
It
Clank's
do?
armor, but I think it's very small, bro. Like these,
Know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
it's very
Like
small. You know,
I feel like
the
the metal
medium.
surfaces.
Yeah, I heard
will
the
have,
medium
ray
had
tracing.
ray tracing in like a few levels, and that's it. Just a few areas, and you know what I mean. So the
I'm
ray
check
tracing
out
is very
both.
limited.
Jack, cut it out, bro. Bro, if you don't stop your nonsense and play it at 60, you weirdo.
Listen, if it don't get that little glossy sheen, look like everybody's rubbed down in butter, like Spider-Man when you take off the 30, I'm put it in the 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy to hear, but I don't know. I'm going straight to 60 FPS mode with that. I can't wait to play Ratchet at 60. It's gonna be good.
The fact
so-
that this chick is half of the box art, I got
Yeah,
a
I think you'll
feeling.
be playing this her a lot, yo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna be playing it. They're gonna be on some Ellie Abby type shit in this game with her taking over like probably half the game or some shit like that.
Or more.
Isn't the
Or
whole
more,
point of the
yeah.
game is like going through portals and dimensions and stuff and like that? Maybe it's like a parallel universe of Ratchet or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
you're
think it
probably
was a
gonna be going
parallel
back and
universe,
forth.
yeah.
Yeah, parallel universe. So you're probably gonna go back and forth.
What is the female version of Ratchet though? Like that's just him
It
from
might
another
be.
universe.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it might be that.
That would be
Thinking
weird.
like into the Spider-Verse, how all those different Spider-Mans and shit, you even had the pig. and
Oh,
shit
that'd be
like
cool.
that. But yeah, I guess Dr. Nefarious, who's like the evil villain of the Ratchet franchise, is pretty much trying to go into alternate dimensions where he's always victorious. So that's why there's so many portals and shit open, because he's trying to find one where he always wins.
Okay, I see. Yo, we got 418 people in here. Shout out to everyone who's tuning into the podcast. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the show so far. We would really appreciate it. All right, so now that Ratchet and Clank is releasing June 11th, when do you think the other games are going to fall in, like the ones that don't have a release date yet? So we know Returnal's coming out. When is it? Is it March?
May.
April.
April. Is it May or April? Which one?
I can't even remember. Though.
April 30th. April 30th.
So, Returnal's coming out April 30th. Then Ratchet's coming out June 11th. Where do you guys think Gran Turismo 7 will fall? Where do you guys think Horizon Zero Dawn will fall? God of War, apparently. Where do you guys think is going to fall for the rest of the year? J-Man, what's your predictions?
All right, so I don't think Gran Turismo coming out this year.
Okay.
I don't know. I just don't trust that studio, Polyphony Digital, man. They take a long time to put out games. I know Sport was supposed to be like this stopgap in between 6 and 7, but
my bad. I didn't even mean to do that. I was just typing.
Wow, that's really mean, Kofi. Jesus.
I didn't mean to do that.
But I just don't feel like it's gonna make it this year. So I see that getting pushed to early 2022. Horizon Forbidden West, I think is going to be the big holiday game, but I think it's going to come a little bit earlier. So maybe like October, not like the November stuff. I think it's going to be like October, maybe even like late September. I could see for Horizon Forbidden West
Of 21?
Yes. And for God of War, I don't think that's coming till like April of next year. I just think they put a year on that to get people excited. And which they didn't even need to do because nobody was expecting it this early anyway.
Okay. So
I agree with you.
So we all I'm not so sure, but we all feel like Horizon is gonna release this year. Is no chance of it getting pushed to 2022?
Well, there's a chance. There's always a chance.
You think there's a chance?
When did the first one come out? 17 or was that 18?
2017. February 28th.
That's coming?
Yeah, that's coming this year. That's coming
this year.
That's about 4 years.
Enough time, right?
4 years. I'm pretty sure they're working on the same engine. The fuck is the name of that engine that Kojima stole?
Decima.
Decima engine. Yeah. The Decima engine.
You wouldn't have it if it wasn't for Kojima, baby.
He had to steal that shit. Ain't no way Gorilla said, yeah, we're gonna give this to you with the game.
They literally did. They gave it to him as a gift.
He lied. After they played the game, they said give it back. And he stole that shit.
All right, man. So Ratchet and Clank, June 11th. Expect our reviews on that game. All right. More bad news for CD Projekt Red, man. They down bad. Down bad, man. So
if only people listened to me a year ago.
Oh my God, here we go. You know what? Yo, like a broken clock is right,
twice a day.
So
y'all love to act like I be wrong most of the time.
You be wrong most of the time, though. No, but you
really are wrong a lot of the time.
I was right. I was right about Death Stranding. That game, I call that flop.
How's it
How is it a flop?
Is that a certified flop?
That game flop.
Is that okay? Is that flop because BG said so, or
it's a flop because you notice when there's any other Sony game that sells a lot, Sony is loud and proud and announces it as soon as they can. They were hush hush about that. Where was the 5 million announcement? Where was the 3 million in 2 weeks announcement? Where was that at?
I don't have the figure, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut about.
No, but
Coach said it so well. He said it was a success.
Oh, I'm sure he did. But you know how much Spider-Man sold, right? You know how much God of War sold. You know how much Last of Us sold. We don't know how much that sold. I wonder why. Because it didn't sell.
Hold on, I gotta interject because just because they didn't announce it doesn't mean it was a flop.
Correct.
At this point, Sony is only announcing record-breaking type of things when it comes to sales. Because we didn't hear shit about Ghost of Tsushima until later on down the line when everybody was like, the legs of it are really good and they're working on the sequel and shit like that. But we all know Ghost of Tsushima so well.
Also, Days Gone 2, I heard did pretty good, but they never talked about numbers for a long time, though. They never
Oh,
talked
now
about
it's
it.
now it's
Days Gone. I think
Hmm.
Days Gone was disappointing for what Sony expects, just like Death Stranding was.
Mm.
But that doesn't put it as a flop.
I think
Yeah,
Days
that
Gone.
doesn't make it a flop. I
What
don't agree
you
with
say,
that.
Jack?
I think Days Gone might have sold like decently though.
I think it's so wild
Yeah,
because
I
I
think
think I remember because there wasn't nothing to play that year on PlayStation, anyways. Wasn't it 2019 or some shit?
It was at one
Yeah,
point.
that was
I think
I remember-
Days Gone was about selling it at one
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, so I think Days Gone didn't do too
All right,
bad.
no, move
even
on to the
though-
next topic. We're not here to talk about flops. Go on.
But Cyberpunk. Pretty much they got a cyber attack. Someone breached their network or database, and they stole the source code for Cyberpunk 2077 and The Witcher 3, and they sold it on the dark web, which I don't even know what that is, but apparently they auctioned it off on the dark web. So
Remember
now,
that thing where I made that joke about like a road made of silk a couple weeks ago? That's literally what I meant. It's the Silk Road. It's a dark web. So you basically
black
need like
market.
specific access. It's a black market on the internet. It's where you get your drugs.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Most of the internet, like the internet we use, I think they say it's on like 15% of the actual overall.
Not
internet.
even. It's like 5 to 10, maybe even less. Like we don't even know the real internet. You got like
Oh,
we're
really?
not even like
Oh, really?
yeah, we're like not even in it, dude. Yeah. We're talking about like FTP servers, director access servers, like you're not even close.
Oh,
Hey,
We
wow.
have such a like limited view of it. Yeah.
That's kind of scary though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never thought about that. I never thought about that. So yeah, CD Projekt Red down bad, man. Apparently they left the hackers or the people who stole the shit left a little bit of note, and it was a little bit of cringe. And Alex, man, your people are down bad, man, real bad. Man.
I made a video on this, and
Go check it out.
in fact I make daily videos on my channel. You should check it
That's
out.
facts.
So one of the things is they just basically got into their servers and they encrypted it, so they couldn't even get into their access. So the only way they could get it is via backups, and it sounded like basically either a very young person or like a script kiddie basically got in. I don't know what CDPR is doing. I don't know why their stuff is so easy to get into. It's a multi-million-dollar corporation. They should have at least some security for cyber attacks because they didn't just take the source code. They took like HR files, legal files, like information on people, specifically employees, stuff like that. It was more than just source code. It was like a lot of like legal information too. So it's just really, it's a shitty situation that it sucks to be in. But like the note was incredibly cringy. They were like, "You were epically pwned." Like, who uses that language besides a 12-year-old? I don't even know, or somebody who's like 40. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Who just can't get out of the basement. But the source code is pretty shit because there is a lot of stuff in there that could either be used either against CDPR, could be content. Remember the Kofi mod for GTA?
Oh yeah.
Like that source code, like that. They could, maybe people can mod it specific ways, or they can use specific things that would actually be showing up in other games. But if you did, then you just get sued off the face of the earth. So I think this person's going to get caught really, really quickly, and I think they're going to get sent to jail for a very long time just for the fact that they stole like legal documentation and HR paperwork.
Wow.
Like that's like the real scary part, not the source code.
Down bad, man. Down bad.
Damn.
Shit is crazy.
Must have been that disgruntled employee, huh?
Yo,
Just like
yo,
Naughty Dog.
J-Main.
Like that.
Yeah, they wanted ransom, yo. But J-Man, CD Projekt Red created a game where you can hack into servers, databases, and shit. And somebody hacked into their own shit.
Yep.
Call that ironic,
It's really funny.
bro. Call that ironic, bro. Oh, man.
Poetic
So, yo-
justice, man. Just poetic justice.
Yeah,
And
like,
they also sold us a broken game that they knew was broken. So
It's fucked.
damn,
karma
are they
is
get, are,
real.
they, are they getting what they deserve right now? Is anyone feeling bad for CD Projekt Red right now?
I
Blame
feel
the
bad
fans.
for that. Like for that, because it affects people that don't have anything to do with that.
Yeah.
Because there's a
Well,
lot of
according to
personal
CD Projekt
information.
Red, they said the employees don't have to worry about nothing. They should be good.
Okay, sure.
That's what they say. So are they lying again?
Okay.
Are they lying again?
They've been king liars the last 2 years. Why wouldn't they lie again now?
I'm just saying, I don't feel bad if that's what CD Projekt Red is saying.
Yeah, right. I
Well,
don't believe that.
They put it on the
This is
yellow.
all the fans' fault. But this is all CDPR fans' fault. It's the fans. I blame the fans for everything that's happened to them. It's their fault because they boosted them up way too soon. They hyped them up, told them they were the best thing to ever happen to them ever in my life. The best I ever had, all this on they Drake stuff, and that's what happened. They let you down. They let you down hard. You shouldn't have hyped them this fast.
Yeah.
Damn.
We waiting for the return. We're waiting for the turn of greatness, man. Yo, if CD Projekt Red stocks go low, I'm gonna jump in. Still, I'm gonna jump in and buy some while they're low, because when Witcher 4 drops, hopefully, they back on the uprising. You know what I mean? So we'll see, though. We'll see.
So the one of those, they said the source code for Okay, yeah. So it says it was
An unreleased Witcher game.
Oh, unreleased Witcher game.
So it's probably the upgraded PS5 Series X versions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Damn,
so I think Gwent was involved too. I think they had source code for that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's this app that I use back when the Last of Us leaks was coming out, and they were posting like all the Last of Us leaks that were going up as they came. And I went on there today and I see they had links for the Gwent source code and shit like that on there.
Mm-hmm.
So like I could download the shit and everything, but I don't give a fuck about that. So yeah, it's out there.
Yeah. All right, yo. CD Projekt Red, man. It's looking sad for y'all. All right, so let's move on and talk about The Last of Us cast. So we all know that HBO, I believe it's HBO, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
HBO is developing a Last of Us TV show. Do we know the director? Is Neil Druckmann also like part of it? Do we know like the main people who are directing this?
I think he's right. I think he's writing.
He's writing.
Yeah, he's a part of it.
He's writing.
Let me see. I can pull up some things for you.
Yeah.
The dude who isn't. I think the dude who made Chernobyl is directing. I think
he's the one who's directing.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
So is this promising from a director standpoint?
Craig Mazin, I think his name is.
Have you seen Chernobyl?
No.
It's very good.
So he wrote.
And if he's going to direct it, I think that'll be a good director for that, because Chernobyl is incredibly dark, and it's very disturbing, and it's very post-apocalyptic. So I think that works well.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And we finally got our cast of people who are going to be playing Joel and Ellie, and it's the dude from The Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey. Oh, is it Game of Thrones? I saw you played in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's both.
He does both. It's both. Okay.
He was in Wonder Woman too.
Okay, so Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey are cast as Joel and Ellie, and they're gonna be, leading the Last of Us TV show. So prior to this, a confirmation that we got from Naughty Dog and on the internet, it was rumored that how you pronounce the name? Mahershala Ali?
Yes. Mahershala Ali.
Yeah. It was rumored that he was gonna be playing Joel. And obviously Mahershala Ali is a black dude. So this sparked a whole lot of conversation, as we all know, on the Twitter timeline. And there's a group of people saying, sure, of course he could play that role. It doesn't matter. And there's another group of people saying, hell nah, yo, he's a black dude. He can't be playing that. He can't be playing that role. It doesn't fit the character Joel at all. So I know Alex and BG probably got two different takes on this. So I think it would be an interesting conversation, because BG was actually on the side of Mahershala Ali shouldn't play Joel and it wouldn't fit. So Mahershala Ali. Am I saying it properly?
I think so.
So look, the reason why I disagree with this is, okay, for one, looking the part is part of playing the part. If you want to say that this series is loosely based on the Last of Us game and they're taking a lot of liberties, and this is going to be a version of Joel, a different version. This is, if you tell me this is not Joel from the Last of Us, like this is a different version of him, then okay. But if you're going to tell me this is the same Joel as we know him, and he's going to be played by a black guy, no, that doesn't work, because there are certain things where if you just implant a different skin, because you got to realize skin color comes with implications. It's not just skin color, right? In and with most characters in media, I believe you could sometimes replace the skin color. It won't matter. In this situation with Joel, as we know him, you can't just do that because you would now because black people aren't a monolith. It's not like black people are this one type of person. But there's certain things about Joel that we know of, the dialogue, the contextual things in The Last of Us. When you read between the lines, that you listen to Joel, you hear the things he says and his life, and you're like, this is clearly not a black dude. This is clearly a white guy. So if you telling me that you're gonna change certain details about Joel, then I'm fine with him being black. But you can't keep all the same things about Joel and just make him black. Like I'm gonna give you some examples. So okay, if Joel is black, okay, so his family, you got to make sure I assume his family is gonna be black, like Tommy, his daughter, and everything.
It would have to be.
Yeah, unless you make him, I don't know, adopted, and those are his half brothers and whatever, right? But okay, but now this is a story of a black family in the apocalypse. So there's an implications of a black family in the apocalypse versus a white family. You can't just ignore that. Naughty Dog are not the type of studio to ignore that type of stuff, right? When they put somebody in the game who's whatever, trans, Chinese, gay, lesbian, whatever, they don't just do it just to do it. They do it with meaning. So are you just gonna ignore that fact and just make the character black just to be black? And like another example is for example, like Joel, I believe I remember he said, what did he want to be, like a country singer when he when he was younger?
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying there's no like a black person wanting to be a country singer is like it's unlikely. It's not impossible. There's black country singers, but there's certain things that are less believable coming from a black character that's supposed to be black. It's not convincing. It's not as believable. That's why you can't just make him black. There's certain details because people just look at the story. If you look at the story of The Last of Us and Joel's part that he plays, he can be black, right? But if you look at Joel's character and his personality and all of those minute things about him, that's where the trouble comes in if you make his character black, because there's different implications with that. And I'm not taking no opinions from people who haven't played the game. Let me just say that because there's people on Twitter who was arguing with me who barely beat the game, who casually beat the game.
Wait,
like
what?
Yes,
What did Blanchard say?
Jack Move is probably one of the only people that I would say like knows more about the minute details of both Last of Us games than me. And I beat both games like 5-6 times. Okay, so that's the reason, in my opinion, why it. And Pedro Pascal is not white.
Hold on,
but
I know this is off topic, but BG kind of just admitted to being a hypocrite right there, saying he just played.
No.
Listen. But continue. That's a whole different subject.
You mean because I rebeat it? Well, I did that for the platinum.
6 times though.
Anyway,
6 times though. Okay.
Yeah, I did it for anyway. The point is,
I'll let you
Pedro Pascal, he could pass as white. It's called white presenting or white passing. Not necessarily the race, but part of playing the part is looking the part. You put a beard on him and makeup, hair, all that. Pedro can absolutely pass as white. There's plenty of people who can pass as white. Alex says he's Cuban. He can pass as white. So that's the point. It needs to be a character that at least looks or can pass as white.
I'm not honestly trying. I really am. I'm not trying to troll. I'm trying to understand some of the arguments you're making. When you say things like implications, do you mean like culture, like culturally?
Yes, pretty much, yeah.
Okay, because then I can understand that concept, because being Hispanic, if you put a pure Hispanic person in that role, cultures are also very different. So how people would react to things would be different. How culturally they see things would be different. Okay, I can kind of see that perspective, because when I was thinking about it, right, I was like, my biggest thing was, well, Joel and Ellie aren't really father and daughter. It's more about the bonds that they make being father and daughter, as they go through this scenario and how he treats her as his daughter that he lost. So when I'm looking at it from that character perspective, right? To me, skin color really doesn't matter, because what I'm looking for in that scenario is, can this actor portray the loss of his personal family and daughter, and then can this actor also portray the love that he now brings and how he replaces that daughter figure in his life with Ellie. Like that, like to me, that's what I'm looking for when I think about that. I'm not thinking about like cultural implications or the minutia in between it. I'm looking at like the broad strokes. So yeah, I could see your perspective, but I hope you can see that perspective from this other point of view too. That I think it's really going to be best for who can play that role the best and act it the best. And I think I'm horrible with saying his name. I'm so sorry.
Mahershala?
Mahershala?
Ali, just call him Ali. 'Cause it's
Ali.
man.
With Ali, the guy's a phenomenal fucking actor, dude. The guy can act his ass off.
Yeah.
So to me, it's more like I'm thinking of it from the perspective of, can he make me feel as I'm watching this like he is really trying to replace the hole in his heart from losing his daughter and using Ellie as that replacement. That's really what I'm looking for when I watch it. I'm not really looking for the minutia detail, but I could also make the same argument that you're making where Game of Thrones, right? Where you and I have different perspectives, right? Where I feel like the book removed a lot of that minutia and you're like, well, the show was great. So yeah, I could see your point of view. Totally.
Okay. Jack, would you have a problem if Ali played Joel, man?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's like saying, hey, we're coming out with Nintendo announces a new Mario Brothers series live action, and Mario Luigi is fucking
not
Mr.
Italian.
It's Ali, that dude in Future, the rapper. Like, whoa, what happened? Like, come on, man. These are established fucking characters. Like BG said, certain characters you can do the little role, like Domino in Deadpool, right? They changed it to a black woman. It was originally a white person, right? Certain character flips with the race. It don't really change the story too much, but with some shit like The Last of Us, it definitely would alter the story, just the way it's presented. And the other thing is, there's a lot of black characters in The Last of Us that can. First of all, there's a lot of white actors that can portray this role, very well. I don't know why you would have to change the race of the person. And you know what's crazy? You remember when people was mad at Laura Bailey for voicing like Nadine because she was white, but that's a voice, right? But them same people was cool with a black man portraying. Like, I don't get it. Which way is it, bro? Which way? Like, I don't get it, bro. But I would have had a huge problem with that. That would have been that would have looked crazy, bro. Very crazy.
Okay. How do you guys feel about the casting? And I want to start off with J Main. Are you happy with the casting just overall? Like these two actors? You good with this?
Yes. Of course I think I might have seen on my Twitter, I said Hugh Jackman would be a perfect Joel. But maybe the price was too high, or maybe he wasn't interested in the role. But for me, when it comes to like the video game adaptions, I mean, like the movies or TV show adaptions of video games, I like not even first, but I do like to see the characters at least look somewhat or can be close to what the character looked like. So to answer like the first question, I definitely would have had a issue there with Mahershala Ali playing Joel.
Me too. I want a white guy, man. I want a white guy, man. Let's call it what it is. Black History. I want a white guy, man. I want a white guy to play Joel. It is what it is. I think
Why I gotta be Joel and Ellie?
Yeah. Look, we already know these characters, right? We already know these characters. We already seen their story and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard. Like if this was like some sort of book or something that we didn't get like a visual, then maybe I could imagine Joel as a different race. But since we've played with him as a white man, that's why I feel like it would probably take me out the experience if he was black personally. I feel like just stick with like Alex said, some characters in certain media can be interchanged in race and stuff like that and it'd be no problem. But I feel like in this case, I think it doesn't really fit to me.
But that's why I disagree with y'all though, because I do think Joel could be a black person in this world because I don't see anything about Joel. Like Joel is a old
A
Southern
smuggler.
man who plays the guitar and likes coffee, owns a house with a daughter. That's pretty much Joel in a nutshell. That can be a black man in the South, or a black man from the South in any type of situation like that. So I don't agree with the fact that you would have to like change up the whole story for Joel. I don't see anything about Joel that says he's a white man. Anything about him that says I'm a
His
specifically a
mannerisms,
white man.
nah, his mannerisms.
What mannerisms though? What
His
mannerisms?
is like,
Bro,
I don't
stop
know,
this,
just
bro.
way-
He
the
definitely-
way
I
he-
need y'all to be specific, because if you're gonna say mannerisms, be specific. What mannerisms?
just
Bro,
like the way he
you have
talks
to read
and stuff
between
like
the
that,
lines.
bro. Like,
Yeah,
just
the
even just
the way he talks,
it's like-
his sayings, the things he says.
Yeah,
Like,
just
bro,
the
what
way he
the-
talks is
That's so small that it's not even important to the story or even the underlying theme of the game. That's not even important. It's about him.
obviously,
getting over the loss of his daughter.
obviously we
It's
could get
about
the
him-
theme.
hold on,
Obviously, we
hold
could get
on,
off the
hold
theme
on.
of the game with a
Hold
different
on.
character, bro. Of course, duh.
That's
I mean,
exactly my point, though. That's exactly my point, because if the main theme of the story is getting over the loss of your daughter and connecting with this girl that you have to transport across the country, the mannerisms in between that can go either way. It doesn't matter if you're white or black. It doesn't matter.
Okay, but then we're accepting that you do have to change Joel and his personality.
No, I don't agree with that either. I don't agree with that
you do.
either. What makes him a white man though? Like I'm trying to like understand this.
Listen, a white Southern personality is still different from a black Southern personality. Like you can meet both people from the South,
true.
and they'll still have the same essence, but they'll still be different in personality.
Yes, but then you can also find somebody who's very similar. So you telling me a black man from Brooklyn has like I saw on Twitter earlier, somebody said a black man from Brooklyn will have more in common with a Southern man from Texas than a white man from Texas?
Culturally, they might, with some of their lingo, the way they talk, their mannerisms.
They're gonna have more in common. BG, they're from the South. He likes country music. He likes to play the guitar. He likes coffee and shit like that. Like that's stuff that can go black or white.
But there's certain small things, like I said, that you would just have to change. I believe that. Okay, so for example, the part of the story where Joel's black now. Okay, Joel's black.
Yes.
Okay, so the first time, as far as we know, that Joel comes in contact with another black person is Henry and Sam.
Yeah.
So are we just gonna ignore the part that this is his first time seeing another black person for a long time? Like, I'm just saying, there's things you got to think about like that.
I don't think that was the reason he was on guard. No, I don't think at all. It's because he was black. It's because of the world.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you're in this post-apocalyptic world. You're black. You don't see a lot of black people. Like that's the first time we even come across black people in The Last of Us is with.
Mm-hmm.
Are we good?
A black person. If this is the story of a black person, right, and they run into two other black survivors, you can't just ignore that scenario. You have to make something of that. Like, certain things change in the story because of that.
I don't think anything has to change. That's
It absolutely does.
So you're living in a post-apocalyptic world where you're on guard for the past 20 years, and just because I see another black person, I'm supposed to be like, okay, we black, so we understand each other? No.
Yes, my nigga.
No. What?
Yes, my nigga. What do you mean?
No, bro. No.
Listen, J Main. Listen, J Main. It is human nature that when you see somebody that looks like you, it gives you some type of comfort. I don't care where we are. We could be in civilization now or post-civilization. When you see somebody, it's been proven. It's been proven by science. When people see people that look like them, they gain some type of comfort. That's what it is.
So because even in that situation, Joel only gained comfort because he saw that he was with another child. And it wasn't until Ellie pointed that out, and because of the relationship that they had. So that's what I'm going back to. It's more about the relationship that they built in that game than it is about the color of anybody's skin. If he didn't trust Ellie in that moment just because she said that they have another child, he'd be like, I don't give a fuck who that is. So if he was black or white, it wouldn't have mattered in that moment. If he didn't trust Ellie to some extent.
It would have just been another factor that, oh, he's black. Okay, he has a kid. Okay, we got 2 connecting points instead of 1 now. It matters. That's my nigga.
Nah, fam.
It matters, dog. I'm telling you, you can't ignore it.
Yeah. It's a
I
good
think BG's argument.
I feel like it's a good discussion.
So I think BG's argument does hold water at some point because of the fact that there will be more connecting lines between some specific scenarios and scenes in the game, because I only played the first one and I like half played it, so I don't even have the knowledge base to even discuss this conversation. But I also think too, like, I could make the same argument for like comic book characters or other things where I want the same sort of, like, I want it to look the way that I see them all the time, or even for books to have the same sort of character that I have in my head when I read it compared to what I see on the screen. So I can see it from that perspective as well. There were people on Twitter that they were like putting Jaime Lannister as possibly Joel.
Yeah, some people.
When I saw those photos, I was like, wow.
Yeah,
that's
I think
crazy.
I think because we already seen these characters, there's this visual connection that we have already made in our brains to how they look like and presented. That's why even the ship, let's even remove the black, even if it was like Asian, it would just be different, right? Like, it's something, not saying that an Asian person wouldn't be able to play that role and do it well. It's just from what we have already experienced, it's just going to be different. And whether it will be good or bad,
Like,
I don't know, it would just be different.
Another example, right? Just if you instead of race, they in Last of Us, what they do is they do it with sexuality, and they show you what Ellie goes through because of her sexuality. Like, her first encounter in The Last of Us Part 2 that we learn about is some dude calling her a lesbian or calling her gay, calling her something. If Ellie's not gay, that doesn't happen. You could say the same thing. Oh, if Joel's not white, something different happens. You know what I'm saying? So sex, race, all of that stuff is a factor in how in how things pan out, and it determines your interactions with a lot of people. If sex
even
determines
so, the
sexuality determines
interactions
that,
may
race
be different.
determines that.
Listen, the interactions may be different, but I do also agree with Jay Main. The overall story could obviously meet and make it to the same point no matter what. You know what I mean? Too. So I do see that, point of view as well. But yeah, man. Does this series have a release? All right, go ahead, finish up.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, because I was watching the grounded documentary of The Last of Us, and even Neil Druckmann himself said that, like, the story of Joel and Ellie could have been with a female as Joel and Ellie as a boy, and they said it would have still been the same type of story. Yeah, so that's just to add to what you said. Okay. But no release date yet.
No release. We don't know what year they're gonna be doing this. They're just getting it together, right? So it's gonna be some time.
Yeah, okay. I think it's supposed to be this year, though.
Oh yeah, they're gonna start.
Probably not though. If they just got the actors, I don't know how fast the film is gonna be, but
okay, all right then, yeah. All right, so I think that was a good conversation that we had, see different perspectives. But let's move on to one of the biggest drops that we got on the timeline today. So the Kingdom Hearts franchise will be coming to PC, but it's not coming to the preferred platform most PC gamers like, aka Steam. It's coming exclusively to the Epic Game Store. And you already know that's a big problem to a lot of PC gamers. And we just want to break down the science. I promised my boy Meds we ain't going to spend too much time, because we did have these kind of conversations before why PC gamers hate the Epic Game Store. So I definitely brought BG here because, him and Alex were definitely debating on this back and forth on the timeline. And I thought it would be probably an interesting conversation so they could actually speak it out as well, and we're gonna give our takes on it as well. So BG, like you, me and you,
Yeah.
we butt heads usually a lot. We disagree a lot on different things, but I think I kind of see eye to eye with you here when it comes to your stance on the Epic Game Store. I do not understand the hate. Well, I see the hate, but I kind of like understand the hate, but I think it's blown out of proportion because people be going crazy on this storefront because of the lack of features. But I've seen a lot of these same people kind of not they complain about other platforms and other storefronts, but not really go as hard as they do for the Epic Game Store. So I just never really understood why Epic gets. Well, I do understand. I know the main reason why it gets the hate. It's the exclusive deals that they be getting is why people really hate it. But I feel like people try to blame it on the store. Oh, the storefront doesn't have a cart, so that's why we're not fucking with it. Oh, the storefront doesn't have this, that's why we're not fucking with it. But I think the main issue, the root of the problem is just that the game, they're getting exclusive deals, and they would prefer if the game's released on Steam, their preferred platform, which is a feature set complete storefront already, and all majority of PC gamers game collection is on Steam, so
I need to correct you real quick because I'm sorry. Steam
Go
is
ahead.
not a platform.
Okay.
Steam is a storefront.
Okay.
PC is the platform.
Okay.
Steam is
Yeah,
just a store.
Yeah. Okay,
These are
storefront.
very different things.
Okay. So I misspoke. The storefront. Okay. So BG,
Yeah.
I don't understand this hate for the Epic Game Store. And what do you think is the main reason why people bash the Epic Game Store? It's exclusive deals, do you feel like, or do you think it's the lack of features that the storefront has?
Bruh, I don't think it's any of that stuff. I honestly think they just use that as an excuse to hate it, and they don't like it because it's competing with Steam. That's what I see, right? It's taking away something from Steam, and they don't like that because you list these things like, oh no, it doesn't have no achievements, it doesn't have a cart, it doesn't have this. I'm like, since when has like missing features really stopped people from like playing the game that they really want to play? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying you shouldn't want those things. You can want those things, but since when is that gonna stop anybody from playing a game, which is our ultimate goal? Our ultimate goal as gamers is to play the game. Does the game work well? Yes. You should play it. Like, how does a cart missing from a platform affect you from enjoying the game?
Yeah.
Storefront.
Storefront.
How does
storefront.
how does a missing cart stop you from enjoying the game?
So
If that's your ultimate goal, and, like I'm lost.
I see this as PC fanboyism, low key though. That's how I see it. It's kind of the same as console behavior. But all right, so Alex, get your shit off because I see you making the faces. Get your shit off. Get your shit off,
Basically,
man.
what this is in reality is console fanboys always settling for less. You settle for paying online. You settle for being a fanboy of your plastic box, and you don't understand PC gaming. You don't understand why people in PC gaming have specific criteria, because we have been through that already. We've been through DRM. We've been through multiple storefronts. We've been through all of that. The issue with the Epic Game Store is not anything specific about its feature set. That is part of the problem, but that doesn't put the actual reasoning behind it. Think of it like this. You have multiple storefronts on PC. Now, the other storefronts like Origin and Battle.net, the reason why those storefronts never got the hate that Epic Game Store is because they never tried to lock down games they didn't make onto their storefront. Plain and simple. It's no, you can have exclusives, right? You can have Warcraft.
You want it created from them though.
I want it, yes, because I'm totally okay with Origin putting their EA games on Origin and not on Steam, because that's their game. That's what they designed. That's what they built. It's their in-house thing. Battle.net having its own thing as well. Microsoft doing its own thing with Gears. I understand that concept because
Damn, Alex internet. Yo, Alex got the BG internet. What's going on?
I'm sorry. For some reason, I crashed out. Excuse me. Give me one
BG
second.
effect, dog.
Damn.
BG effect, big time.
The curse is invading Press Start Podcast.
No, I had something on in the background. I turned that off.
Okay.
So where was I? Yeah. So the real issue isn't that. The real issue is here's what happened. Okay, you're going to lock this game behind your exclusivity thing for a year. Okay, cool. Well, do you have the same features that Steam does out of the bat? No. Okay. Do you have the basic things like a shopping cart, which, okay, now you're going to lock my account if I buy too many games too quickly, which does happen. Okay, so now I got to deal with that. All right, so you don't have forums, you don't have reviews, you don't have messaging, you barely had a friends list, you don't have achievements. That's where the issue comes from, where if you're going to go ahead and lock a game behind a storefront that I now have to buy the game at, my expectation is you are at least comparable to the other storefront you're trying to compete against. The concern and the issue is not that it's not on Steam. The concern and the issue is that Epic is not doing anything to compete against Steam besides trying to lock exclusives. And that's the problem. For the end user, there is no other thing besides it. And I know your argument is, but the games. Yes, the games are important, but on a PC, it is much different than what you have. We want to have everything in an area where we can access those things, not just on their own, but also have a good experience while using that storefront, whether it be through forums, connectivity, community, etc. It isn't just about the game specifically, although the game is important. There's other things around the periphery that make that experience better. Steam has perfected that and done better with that. Epic should have taken notes from that and been like, how do we compete with that? And then on top of that, provide exclusivity. If they did those two things, this argument wouldn't be happening, because people would be like, using the Epic Store is actually really cool. It's got all these other features that Steam also has, and they have exclusives. They would actually compete. And if you want to talk about pocket watching and if this actually works, it honestly doesn't, because Epic even said in their yearly financials, that their revenue on game sales was flat year over year, even with all their exclusives. They made no money. Well, I shouldn't say that. They barely made any money off of their exclusivity revenue compared to them making money off of Fortnite. So them spending money on exclusivity is doing nothing for them revenue-wise. So it really is just a waste of time, because they're not truly competing with Steam. They're trying to compete in some other way instead of actually put money and work and effort into where you buy the game and the things around it. That's the problem.
I'm old enough to remember. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to remember. Y'all remember, even when Origin came out, PC gamers had a huge problem with it. A huge. It doesn't matter what platform it was. They were still complaining. Oh, I don't want to have 5, 6, clients installed and all this other stuff. They still had a problem then. It didn't matter what the platform or whatever you want to call it, or the storefront was. They still had an issue. If it wasn't Steam, they found something wrong with it. I remember that very vividly.
Yeah, but now you're generalizing.
Bruh, it was definitely, bruh.
But
I remember the backlash.
Because, the reason why back then was because you started pulling games off of Steam to only keep on Origin, and you weren't able to buy them on Steam anymore. So of course people are going to get upset.
So PC gamers get upset even when it's owned by the company, because those are EA games on Origin. Those were their games, and PC gamers still got mad.
Here's the thing that you're not understanding, right? If you go to a storefront consistently, and that's where you buy your products, okay? But then you take your favorite drink, your favorite food, whatever, and it's only sold at Walmart. Now, what happens is that drink company gets an exclusivity deal with Kroger, and it's only at Kroger. But the Kroger is now 10 miles away, and you got to deal with their fucking bullshit. You got to deal with their horrible service. Nothing ever works right, and it's a pain in the ass to get there and get your fucking soda. Are you going to keep buying your sodas at Kroger? No, you're going to find the new soda to drink anyways. That's the whole concept. If they would actually compete specifically with what was going on and what people wanted from Steam, and they put it into Epic, instead of trying to fight for exclusivity, they actually went in and tried to actually increase their storefront, increase their community tabs, follow their roadmap, which they put out, which they have not even gotten close to getting completed, because the storefront is 2 years old now and still does not have a basic functionality like a shopping cart. That's where the shopping cart meme comes from. It's 2 years. 2, and it still doesn't have it. What are you doing? How do you like what sort of process are you trying to put in the end user where you can't even update your client where you make your money? That's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever, because for you, you're like, oh, I just got my console. And look, you're a console guy. I get it. That's what you do. That's what you like. That's your thing.
I play most of my games on PC, but
that doesn't mean you're a PC gamer, right? You pay for online. You pay for all that other stuff. Okay. Go on ahead and be your console boy. Okay, go on ahead.
I do because games are most important to me. I don't worry about the small stuff. I'm here to play games. Y'all can worry about
my money. I spend money. It's my money. I got you. It's my money. All this stuff. Yada yada yada. I spend it where I want it. You're a bunch of broke boys. Bro, you're like a raid boss on farm in an MMO. It's the same shit over and over. It's the same argument over and over. It never changes.
Let me tell you what PC gamers, right? Listen, to be real, they're looking for a reason not to play games. They're looking for a reason to complain. Okay, listen, if I could come up with a reason, to not play this game, all right, that's great for me, because I just don't want to be out here playing games. Somebody who really wants to play a game, you know what they're not gonna let them let stop them? A client that takes 15 seconds to download.
They don't stop playing the game. They just pirate the game, bro. They don't stop playing it. They just go and pirate it.
So you can go through the back alley gutters to pirate the game, but you can't download a client.
Think of it like this.
Whole analogy. That's why that whole analogy didn't make any sense about Kroger's, ShopRite, and all that, because you don't have to go nowhere. It's not the same thing as you traveling 5 miles. You're on your PC, or you got to go to a website. You got to hit download, and it's right there, and it's free. You have nothing to complain about. We don't care about your first world PC problems. Download the browser and play the game and shut up.
Think of it like this: when it's actually easier and a better experience to pirate the game than it is to buy it on the storefront, that's a problem.
How? Okay.
That's why Steam's so successful.
Stop. Okay, now you reaching with that one, bro. How
am I reaching with that, sir?
How is it easier to pirate the game than to buy a game on the Epic Games storefront? Now you're reaching.
Fitgirlrepacks.com. Click it. Open it. You're done.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. You gotta. Nah. That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. You gotta run. You gotta run the crack.
Oh no, it's cat.
What?
So it's cat.
Kofi,
I just pirated Hitman. I just pirated Hitman. What are you telling me? I said, wait, hold on. I got the exclusive. I got this.
Kofi on this Bobby Smurder shit.
My bad. I just snitching on myself. I just got the exclusive demo thing.
Okay,
Hitman 3.
I'm not Rowdy Rebel.
I went to Fit Girl. I got the U something. You guys know what it's called. I hit the run. I did the magic. Then I got here. Epic Games Store, you go there.
And you got there. Okay.
Yeah, Epic Games Store, you go to Hitman. You press buy and download. That's it.
When you look at why Steam is actually successful in Russia, one of the biggest countries where piracy is a huge thing, Gabe Newell said it himself. Piracy is not a price problem, it's a service problem. And if you don't provide those services around the actual game for a PC gamer, they're not going to buy your storefront. They're just going to pirate it instead. And honestly, my problem isn't the fact that it's on the Epic Game Store. I want to thank Tim Sweeney for my free copies of Kingdom Hearts, right? My problem is the fact that BG still has not brought up the fact that every single Kingdom Hearts game is $60 on the Epic Game Store, but yet consistently lambasts Nintendo for charging games that are $60 that are decades old. Why don't you say anything about that, BG? Because that's really what the argument's about.
Well, for one thing, I didn't say anything about it because I don't give a damn about Kingdom Hearts games. I didn't even know the price because I wasn't going to buy it, so I never seen the price.
Crazy.
But so what do you think? What do you think it would be on Steam? Because Steam be First of all, I don't. Does Steam pick their prices for their games?
Bro,
I thought
it's not Epic.
It's all by the publisher. It's all by the publisher.
It's Square Enix that priced this, not Epic that priced this.
Absolutely.
It's Square
So-
Enix. Square Enix that
So why
priced this.
exactly?
So I don't know why people. That's why I don't understand that argument either.
So I made a tweet, and it was very simple, and it says, even if this was on the Steam storefront, I still wouldn't buy your game because
Yeah, 'cause
charging
Square Enix made that
$60
price.
for each one. If you want to talk about something to be angry at, is my argument. Being angry at the Epic Game Store is a waste of time because they're going to do what Epic Game Store wants to do. And honestly, if you don't want to buy a game on the Epic Game Store, that's fine. If you want to use the Epic Game Store, that's fine. That's your prerogative. You can do what you want. I've made my content and I've made my videos about why I don't use it, and I'm stuck with that. But the thing is, the real issue is that Square has decided to charge $60 per game for 4 games. $240 for 4 games. 3 of them over 2 decades old. And no one has said anything about this. How ridiculous is that?
Oh,
It's
people are
status
complaining.
quo.
People are
Status quo
complaining.
though for Square Enix to do that.
Pull that off.
No, people are
Wait,
complaining.
I don't got nothing to do with Epic. Epic doing their job.
It's like Nintendo shit. That's expected for Square to price those Kingdom Hearts games like that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
They
so
did that shit.
And it's honestly fucking broken. But the thing is, like, for me, I don't give a shit if the game's on Epic. If the game's on Epic, then I'm very happy the devs got paid and I got a free copy.
yeah. Okay, I want to bring before we close up this conversation. I just got another question for Alex since he knows all about why people hate the Epic Game Store. My other question is why do they only get the flack when these deals happen and people don't pull up on the publishers as well? That's my question.
If Beard Guard came to you and gave you a giant bag of money, would you take it?
Of course.
There you go.
You sending shots right now, Alex? What's going on? This is crazy.
But I'm just saying, like, Square Enix knows that. Maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't know, but
They don't care.
people don't.
Or they don't care. No, they don't care because
So
what
why
they're
don't they
doing
catch
is
flack? So why don't they catch
They
some
know
flack
people
for
gonna
that?
buy it. Yeah.
because the thing is this, they're getting paid regardless, because the issue is the person instigating it is not the actual publisher. The person instigating it is Epic, and that's why Epic catches the flack. Honestly, you're right. The publisher is just as guilty as Epic is, because they're the ones saying, like, think of it like this. I could totally see, let's say, an independent publisher, a small dev, taking that kind of deal because they need that money. They need the finances up front. They all do, right? I cannot see a AAA game publisher like Ubisoft, Squaresoft, anything like that taking this kind of deal and not getting flack for it. I think that's bullshit because they already have the revenue sources. They already have the revenue drivers, and taking that money up front makes no fucking sense for them financially because they'll make more money selling to more people rather than taking that money up front. The thing is, they're hedging their bets as a loss. What they're saying is they can get an influx of cash right up front, and they can say, well, you know what? Even if we don't sell enough copies compared to selling it on Steam or the other places, we'll make for it up on the back end for selling it at a cheaper price a year later. And that's really what happened to Control. Like, Control sold pretty good, but it didn't really fucking take off until it started selling on Steam for $25 less and being fully complete. Like, think about how much of a ripoff that is. Even the BG's argument, like, I go where the games are. Okay, you paid $60 for the game up front, then you paid $25 per expansion, so you paid $125 for a fucking game. When I waited 1 year and I got the same actual game, a better experience with a better storefront. Yeah.
Who waiting a year to play games?
Have you really?
Yo.
Really?
Hey, BG, we waited for Neo. We waited for Neo. We waited for Neo. BG, we waited for Neo.
I did, but that's different. That's
visuals.
visuals. We did that for
That's
visuals.
not different. That's not different.
We did
You
that for
waited a year,
visuals,
didn't you?
and,
Hey,
we
BG,
waited
how
for
come you
Neo.
didn't go? No,
Hold on,
no,
wait.
no.
Hold on, wait.
I'm about
But
to
what are
drag
you
you. I'm
getting?
about to drag you.
We got
I'm about to
something. No,
drag
we
you.
got something for waiting.
I'm
for
about
Neo.
to
We got
drag
something
you.
in exchange.
And
What
I
are
got
you getting
something.
in exchange for waiting?
I got a way better price and I got all the content.
You got a point there, BG.
I saved $80 and I got all the content and I got a better price.
The price doesn't match up with how long you waited.
Huh?
It doesn't.
Okay.
The price doesn't match up.
Okay.
Bro, if I'm gonna wait a year to play a game, that joint might as well be free. If I'm gonna wait a whole year.
Shout out to PlayStation.
Listen, you know what you sound like, dude? You sound like the kind of guy who gives money to e-girls. You sound like a simp. You sound like you're simping for video games, my guy.
You got to listen. Do math. Nah, real talk. You got to do math.
Go on ahead and go to the Epic Store OnlyFans page.
Bro,
That's what you're doing.
There's 365 days in a year. Okay? That's like, bro, the game is $60.
Mhm.
That's $1 each day. And you gonna wait 365 days to play a game? Nah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna save
For the
$35
price?
or more and get all the
Nah, you
content.
good, bro.
So think of it like this: the game's $60. Then you have the DLCs. Then you have the season pass. Then you have everything else. And then the Game of the Year edition comes out, and you can't even upgrade it on the consoles. You have to buy it again for Control specifically. Then I get it on PC with all the content for $35. I'll wait the year. That's no problem. I got a backlog anyways.
Wait.
But wait, BG, you're the same. Wait, hold on. You're the same guy that says you don't play old games, but you play old games.
No, I don't.
You're the same guy who said who waits for games, but you bought Neo 2 on PC a year later.
I waited for Neo because it's not.
It sounds like hypocrite to me.
No, I waited for Neo because it's not playable on
hold
console.
on, buddy. You waited.
Barely playable.
You waited 365 days to play a game, broke boy.
It's not playable. It's not playable. Once again, no, you're waiting. No, you're waiting. Hold on. No, shut up. Let me talk.
I thought you went where the games were. Neo was the game.
No, wait. No. Let me talk.
Okay.
You waited because you ain't have enough allowance to buy the game. Okay, that's different. I waited because I didn't want to play it like 40 frames on PS4. That's different. I waited for better performance. You waiting for better price. Because you on broke boy time. My clock don't work like that.
Okay. And so I may be on broke boy time, but I have a house and a car.
Okay, cool story.
What was he trying to say? What are you trying to say?
I got a car too.
Stupid.
Mine outside right now. What's up?
Hand me my
I'll
trophy,
meet you in
y'all.
Florida. I'll drop Florida
Somebody
right
give
now.
me my flowers. Give me my flowers.
I'll meet you in Florida right now.
Yeah.
And you still waiting a year to play games though.
I need my flowers.
Oh man. Y'all crazy. But we're gonna end it here because I promise Meds I ain't gonna spend too much time with that. But good news, man. Yo, Kingdom Hearts, PC players, history has been made. Y'all been asking for this shit to touch the PC platform for a very long time.
It's about to be crazy.
For a very long time. So yeah, you're not getting it on your preferred storefront Steam, but I predict it'll probably find its way on Steam eventually. This is probably some sort of time deal. So Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5 remix,
Horrible games.
2.8, Kingdom Hearts 3, and Melody of Memory are coming out to the PC platform via the Epic Game Store March 30th, 2021.
Please do not buy those games at $60 a piece.
You know what?
Hey, buy them games whenever y'all want. Don't wait.
Save your money. You're gonna need it later on in life.
It's my money, man. It's my money. Yo, 1.5, 2. You already know I'm not a Kingdom Hearts guy. The only one that I beat was 3. And 3 looked amazing. 3 looked amazing. Fuck y'all niggas. 3 looked amazing on the PlayStation. I'm actually curious to see how this PC version of 3 is gonna look, man. It's gonna look pretty damn good. I'm hoping, if they're charging this much for it, I'm hoping it's the full PC experience though. I'm hoping these ports ain't shit. I'm hoping all of these games
it's Square. They're gonna be
ultra wide support, all the bells and whistles. If it doesn't have that, I'm gonna be disappointed. So I'm hoping
that shit gonna be the
Get ready to be disappointed.
I'm hoping it has all the bells and whistles, frame rates unlocked above 60 FPS and all that. So give us
it's gonna be the PS2 version.
Give us,
Jack.
If you're releasing this on PC, give us the full PC experience, please. And another game that's coming exclusively to the Epic Game Store that got announced was Axiom Verge 2. Some of y'all played the first one. Great game.
Yes.
The second one, highly anticipated indie game, is coming exclusively to the Epic Game Store. So
the dev of that game got screwed by the publisher.
So I just read that it's what you saying? My bad. Go ahead.
No, so the developer of Axiom Verge 1, The reason why he went for the EGS thing was because the publisher screwed him out of a lot of money.
Coming
they
to the
fucked it.
Switch too, though.
No. Yeah. All right. So, real quick announcements before we get out of here. Prince of Persia has been delayed. I don't think it got a new date or anything like that. Forza Horizon 4 is coming to Steam March 9th. I'm very excited about that. Because the servers are fucking trash on the Xbox app or whatever. Crash Bandicoot 4 is coming to the Nintendo Switch, the Xbox Series X, the PlayStation 5, and PC via Battle.net. And that's releasing March 12th. Also in other news. Also in other news, Sonic the Hedgehog.
What?
Yo, you good, bro?
You good?
I almost had a stroke, Jack. I just almost had a Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2 got announced and it's coming April 8, 2022. So,
I still gotta watch the first one. I ain't see that
It's a
shit.
pretty good movie, actually.
I heard they fixed it a lot. It was really good.
It's pretty good.
Ain't nobody watching that.
It's better than the games. I'll tell y'all that.
Which ain't hard to do. The games are bad.
yeah,
You know what? That's the first time I agree with BG all night. Sonic is a bad set of games.
Okay, now we're ending the podcast on that note.
Don't let
I ain't
Rockstar hear y'all
gonna
say that. He's gonna be on y'all ass.
Nah, I'm gonna be on y'all ass right now. Sonic has some Sonic 2, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3, Sonic Adventure 1, 2.
Sonic got like 4
Sonic
good games.
Mania. All
like
of them
4 good
games are
all
really
three.
good, man. All of them are really good.
Yeah,
None of those
dumb.
games are good. Not a single Sonic game is good.
It's about 4.
Sonic is dumb. Sonic is, hey, run really fast. We're gonna punish you for running fast.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank BG, please. Okay, speak to him, please. Speak to him.
It's
Because
dumb.
run fast in this level, and then we're gonna make you hit a wall, and then make you restart the spin, and then do it all again, and then hit another fucking wall. Fuck off.
Yeah.
They don't know. They don't know what they're talking about. But I think that's it.
Sonic
we
is
got a few
bad.
more. We got a few more super chats, and we're
God.
gonna do the outros and get out of here. Your boy's tired, barely could talk, man.
People, please stop by GTA 5 so we can get GTA 6. Thank you.
Yeah, I heard it.
It's all the most. Like this.
I said it hold 100
Yes.
and 140 million or something crazy, right?
And 2020 sold it was one of his best selling years since 2013, which
Jesus
was
Christ.
when it first came out. Stop buying that fucking game, dog. We're not gonna get nothing else.
Oh,
All
man, that's
right.
absolutely crazy.
We've got your boy.
Hit the like button,
Roy
yo.
for
Let's
the
get 200 likes,
$4.99.
man. We got over 400 people in here. Let's get 200 likes, man. Stop playing
Yes,
with
sir.
us, man. Let's get that. Alex,
All
go
right,
ahead.
your boy Roy for the $4.99. He says, "Shout out to Alex for knowing what a script kiddie is." Yeah, buddy. Devin Sengar for the 5. He says, "Even though Microsoft Store is garbage, they do have one feature that they can compete against other clients: Xbox Game Pass for PC." Those are the only 2 that I saw. Did I miss any?
I think that's it.
That's
I think
it.
That's it. Let me double check if I missed. Yeah, I think that's absolutely it. All right, so good pod this week.
Yes.
Big thank you for to BG to pull up, chop it up with us over here on PSP. We appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and do our outros and get out of here. If you enjoyed the podcast, hit the like button. Support our Patreon. Watch Off the Record, super dope. Subscribe to all my people's channels. The links is in the description. Check out their videos and live stream. I would say check out J-Main shit, but you don't do nothing. You know what I mean? You don't play no games. You don't make no videos.
I'm
Yeah.
depressed,
Doesn't
dog.
make any content.
I'm depressed.
February
They're saying-
29th.
They're saying we skipped his super chat. Okay, let me see. But before we read the last super chat, I'm gonna go and pull it up. I'm gonna let BG do his outro.
Yeah, man. Weapon will be returning on the 21st. We're still
Nobody watched
off
that.
this coming week. So yeah, make sure you go support EGS, that Epic Game Store, because you're not a PC crybaby, baby back bitch. So yeah, Epic Game Store. It's a great platform, great storefront. Go support them. I got a lot of games from them. I bought a lot of games, and they've given me a lot of free games. I can't remember the last time Steam gave me anything free.
Talk to him.
Mm.
Look at all these games.
All right, yeah. So make sure y'all check out Weapon Wheel Podcast Sunday. Don't you guys got a new time or some shit? What's going on? What time y'all start?
I mean, if the black folks show up on time, it's supposed to start at 5:45, but it'll probably
5:45.
Yeah, we're trying to start a little bit early because I'm an old man, and after dark and stuff like that. We explained it. It's probably gonna start more at 6, but it depends on when the black folks show up.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. And I believe the super chat that we miss is from Ruffle Mutt. He says, "Age of Calamity being mute would be torture to me." So I haven't played that because I heard the game runs
Ain't
at
that
like
game
2 frames per
torture overall,
second.
though? Like,
Yeah, I heard the gameplay torture because
like
it runs
12
at like
frames a second, yo. Like,
10 frames per second. I'm not playing.
I mean,
that.
you can emulate it and get 60.
there you
Yeah,
go.
man.
Listen, we pirate every Nintendo game, y'all.
There you
No,
go.
man.
I like that.
Man.
All of them.
Man.
All of them.
Man. Hey,
And so I said that on Twitter, and somebody tagged Player Essence. It's gonna be fun.
This weird ass gonna
What the fuck is Barrett from Final
Listen.
Fantasy? Never mind.
What is
Listen,
Barrett from Final
when it comes to this pirate shit, I'm not gonna cast any stones at anybody doing anything because I've pirated a program before. I've downloaded illegal music before. I've downloaded illegal.
Everybody has.
So
Everybody
everybody
has.
So I don't really like to judge like I'm the face of perfection. I'm not gonna cast the first stone. What does it say in the Bible, Jack? He who hasn't sinned cast
He
the
without
first stone.
sin shall cast
He
the
without
Cast the
first
first stone, right? And I have sinned. So I ain't judging. It's your money. Y'all do what y'all gotta do, man. It's y'all lives, y'all business. You know what I mean?
Y'all look in the mirror, double check y'all appearance.
All right,
Just
man.
said I
So
was amazing.
we're gonna do.
You know what? I'll stop
And-
pirating when we start getting game codes.
Facts. Speak on it.
How about that, publishers?
Need that.
And then we'll actually review your games.
Alex, do your outro.
Yo, listen, check it out. The channel is growing. 85 new subs in 3 weeks. What?
Yes, sir.
Crazy, out of control. Daily uploads every morning. News, videos you should plays, games you should check out, games you should probably take a look at, new genres to take a look at, streams on Fridays and Sundays. We're playing Devil May Cry, baby. The whole series. We're halfway done with the first one. Then we got to play Devil May Cry 2.
Oh,
But hey,
my condolences.
we'll get through that. I promise. We'll get through it together. We'll start drinking during the stream. But yo, tomorrow night, how CSGO has ruined my life. Episode number 42. Boys, almost a year playing Counter-Strike and we're still silver. Pray for me.
Damn.
8:30
Christ.
tomorrow. YouTube.com/oh no it's Alex. See you guys there.
Hey, 6 more likes, and we got 200, man. Jack, do your outro.
Appreciate y'all boys for watching, man. Check out the Press Start podcast on Patreon if you feel so inclined. We'd appreciate it. Check me out, man. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Jack Move Johnny. I should be streaming tomorrow, man. I should have streamed today. I was being lazy though. JiggyMerch.com. Get in tune. Go pick
Yes,
up
sir.
some some fly gear. You know what I mean? Yeah, we out. Peace.
And last but not least, my man J May.
Yes. Great show. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Check out everybody's content. I've been busy playing these games, man. I'm almost already halfway.
Lying like
Almost already halfway at where I beat last year, and it's February. All right, y'all should be proud of me. All
So
right?
what, like 2 games?
I ain't
Shut
beat
your
no,
ass up.
I ain't beat no games this year, bro.
Look,
Like,
look at that. I'm already at 4. Look at that.
You're
The
at
only
4?
game,
I'm
the
at
only game
4
that I
already.
beat is Bloodborne.
Oh,
That's the only
man.
game that I beat. Bloodborne and the Old Hunters. Does that count as 2? Does that count
no,
as
sir.
2?
No,
Ah!
sir.
That's one.
That's one.
Ah,
That's my guy. That's two.
So even though y'all might not see no content from me, just know I'm playing games out here. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed weekend.
Ain't
man.
no face, no case, man.
Yeah, make sure if you got a significant other, if it's your wife,
Valentine's.
make sure y'all make a baby. Make sure y'all make a baby this weekend. I do it for me. You know what I'm saying? Join the club. All right,
What?
we out.
What?
what? Wait, what?
Oh, what?
Wait! Is that confirmation? Is that
Is that
confirmation?
confirmation?
Oh no!
What do you mean
no,
join
no,
the
that
club?
was
What do you mean join the
Oh,
club?
You said join the
man,
club.
secret's out.
the February
What do you mean
29th
join the-
club. Make sure y'all pull up.
Yo, we're gonna have a little baby J man. Oh man, shit is crazy. Man,
Big
yeah,
old
right.
head.
Nah, we working. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. I see
Hey, listen,
you.
listen. The best part about kids
It's making them.
is making them.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Because tell you what, once that kid's there, you ain't never having sex ever again.
I'm
Man,
gonna be
with
the
that
last.
being
It's gonna be
said,
J Main, then Kofi. I'm definitely
that's
gonna be
cap.
last.
That's cap. Actually,
Nah,
nah.
BT, this year is gonna happen, dog. I can feel it.
Yo, I don't know, man. Yo, like the way my girl is, yo, I wouldn't be surprised if
Kofi next.
I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna try and hold out as long as possible. I still need to buy these.
That man be
GPUs.
jumping in the pool with no swim trunks, bro.
No swim
Jumping in the
trunks.
pool, no swim trunks at all. We know what you be doing, dog.
Oh man, chill.
Wow,
chill.
that's-
Don't
you
tell
need to
her
be
my
careful, buddy.
business. Don't tell my business, man. Man, I play Nintendo. I'm a
Him
virgin.
and
I
one,
ain't
him
get- I
and
ain't
one
get no
night,
pussy,
him
man,
and
you know
one
what I
night,
mean?
bro.
I ain't get no pussy.
Him
man.
and
I'm
one
a
night
virgin, bro.
don't know what swimwear is. They don't know what
BG,
swimwear
yo,
is, bro.
Hey, yo, BG man, people who play Super Mario get no bitches or no pussy, man. So you already know the vibe. So with that note, we're gonna end the
Oh,
podcast
wow.
and we out of here, man. Have a blessed night, and we'll see you guys next Thursday. Peace.
Why